Once again, we're back, people, and I just want to say thank y'all for coming out. Thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all. It's been just a busy week. I'm hyped. People are sick. A lot of people are going through some things in their lives, but the new legal is just extra hype, and I'm glad y'all are here for another round of direct gaming. Shout outs to VAC Records in the building. I see you. Thanks to everybody out there that's been supporting the channel day in and day out. I'm just excited, like I said, y'all. This is shaping up to be one galactic battlefield year. And the headliner, of course, is Xbox 25th anniversary. I just want to get everybody's feelings out here, man. I mean, I'm loving the hypeness. I'm loving the energy because as y'all can see, I'm energetic myself. I haven't been able to stop talking about the possibilities of what Xbox can bring to its own community. Um, to everybody out there, thank y'all for everything. Like I said, if you love this channel or you like what Xbox is about, please subscribe. Feel free to hit that notification bell. Never miss the ones and twos on the beats when we get up on stage with these mics and perform for y'all. Shout outs to the Mighty Chat Pat. Shout outs to all the members. And thanks to everybody that's international, no matter what continent you from or what flag you behold. You are at home. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you decided to come out here with us on Direct Gaming. And for that, I'm grateful. I'm greened out today, man. I'm in my Xbox spirit. And for the Xbox community to be excited, this one's for y'all. I just want to touch on some subjects, y'all. First, I want to give a shout out to Resident Evil Rec Room. For everybody out there that's already got the game downloaded, shout outs to you. I'm going to be playing a midnight release tonight on my channel as well, going live. I think you know what? I might even switch it up, y'all. I might do it from my ROG Xbox LIX and go live on that. Represent the ROG for a little bit. That's probably what I'm gonna do. But no, this thing is getting really excited. This year is getting really excited, y'all. So what do we got? We got Xbox with some updates and some upgrade features. We got all kinds of stuff to talk about. We got Wolverine getting pushed back. We got Sony with rumors again. We're gonna talk about the rumors and if what these rumors do make sense. Silver Fox in the building. Xbox Forever Facts, man. Listen, whether the squad is here or not, direct gaming must go on. We got guys out representing their children due to sports. We got other ones out due to sickness, and we got other ones out with visitors and family members. So Games Heroes might pop up. I don't know. But if he does, I'll bring him on in. But this show is coming straight off the top, man. I wanted to come off the top rope with my thoughts and just elaborate on some things, man, because the strategies, the switcheroos, it's becoming fun news. It's becoming real great. I smell a lot of fear. I smell a lot of changes happening with people's emotions and things, but we're gonna talk about it. So let's get this thing started, y'all. Let me get this thing started. Let's go, y'all. Let's do this.
The following is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
I hope everybody out there is feeling good today, tonight, this evening, or this morning, wherever you're from. So I'm looking at 2026, right? And of course, right now, there's still no big hype for the 25th anniversary. Still no hype. That's the downside of it for me. That's just the one thing that's on the downside for me. But for everything else, I hope everything else starts to pick up. Um, we're going 1440p QHD now when we stream. Microsoft has increased the bit rate. Like I said, I'm going to be premiering that tonight with Resident Evil Requiem. I'm going to be showcasing that. I want everybody to tell me how the video display went. How does it look? Because I'm gonna be doing it from the raw. My raw can go up to about 2 hours of recording. So I'm gonna try to max it out. It starts around what 10 my time. So I'm gonna try to get off that recording by 12, by midnight. But I'm gonna do my best on that. I'm hyped on the fact that 1440p is coming to the handheld for our streaming and the console as well. Those features are impressive to me, very impressive to me. Let me check out the comment section as well. Silver Fox says, I think Phil Spencer is the sacrificial lamb for Microsoft. The sins of I love it, man. I love it. Keep with the comments, man. If I see them, I'm definitely gonna read them out. This is our show to just kick it today, man. I want and also Silver Fox, let me know if I'm on point with what I'm saying. But I'm excited, man. The Xbox community got me hyped. Like I said, I do things my way. I'm solo dolo. I'm not affiliated, nothing. This is just strictly for the fan base. You know that I come from the Xbox streets. I'm an Xbox pedigree, so there's no gimmicks or nothing with me, man. I just come straight with it. Shouts to 30 below. What's up, man? You on the road? Hey, fam, listen. Like I told y'all, it's been a long time coming for me to be hyped. I got bored. And oh well, look at here. Games is here. Let's get games in. Okay, there's games. Okay, so we got games in.
Hey,
His
what's up? What's
avatar
up?
is
You can hear
messed
me?
up. Yeah, I can hear you, man. His avatar is
Okay.
messed up, but bear with him because in the New York right now, they got a lot of stuff going on. The connections is bad, but listen, I don't care
No,
as
I
long
don't
as
know
it's
how to do the. I don't know how to do the. I don't know how to do the avatar on the PC. Hold on.
no, you good, brother. As long as your voice can be heard, that's all that matters here on Direct Gaming, man. You know that. But thanks for showing up, man.
Hmm.
What I was saying was, like I was saying, I'm gonna sum it up my little intro. It's exciting for 2026. So far, the only bummer that I see right now is there's no really good hype for the 25th anniversary. But I'm gonna elaborate on some things. I was on the 1440p update and the upgrade for the ROG and the Xbox for streaming. I was talking about Resident Evil Requiem. I'm going to be highlighting that, and then I'm reading off some of the chat today. So, to everybody that wants to come in, I got some good topics to talk about, and I hope I entertain y'all before y'all get on that Resident Evil like me, man. So, I see that the Xbox community is still super hyped, which I said before. I'm loving that. The gaming space is starting to cram up. 30 below said, I heard fair games might not make it. You know what? Who knows, famo? Who knows right now? I mean, the space of game releases are getting tighter and tighter. Um, Look at Marathon right now. Marathon right now is underway. There's some people they did I think Bungie just put out a X tweet about what people thought about it so far. It was a lot of negatives. There was some positives. There's all mixed emotions up in that bad boy. But I don't know, man. I don't know how that was gonna turn out. My opinion is it's not looking too good, but you just never know. Because I'm looking at the other array of games that are coming out that are a lot more popular and a lot more exciting than that. But you never know, right?
Yeah.
Um, what's up? What's up, games?
Oh no, I'm gonna ask a question before
What's up?
you. All right. So you know Marathon, right? And
Yeah,
Arc Raiders. These are assassin shooters, right? Now you have a lot of opinion about Gears, right?
right.
But one thing about Gears 5, and they did something unique. And one thing about Gears, they could expand a lot. This is what I hate about Microsoft in general, right? Their IPs could be spin off in different genres, right? You can make a Halo battle royale. I don't know why they don't like. I remember they can make a Halo Hell Divers. You know what I'm talking about? About
Yeah,
shout out to Hell. At least Hell Divers is on that Xbox. Thank God. But Gears has something called Escape Mode. You ever play that?
that's beautiful. That was a beautiful one. Yes,
Yeah, you
beautiful
go to
idea.
like
Yeah,
yeah. You could go to like a
where you go into the
arena. You're
hive and extract and
high
run
and
out
put it in.
and get out.
There
Yeah,
you go. There you go. That's a
yeah,
distraction shooter. You know that was a distraction shooter.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a distraction shooter. Do you think Microsoft should make a distraction Gears of War spinoff in
I,
the mode?
that would be dope to me. That would
That
be
would be
extra
dope.
dope. Because here's the thing. You know why you? I'm glad you said that. We're up for a conversation today because I'm slow cooking. Like I said, I got some hours before Resident Evil anyway. But
Mhm.
when I think about that, what you just said, games. Think about the people that don't want to 1v1. They don't want to battle. They want something
Yeah.
where they
Well,
want something where they
something.
can be more strategic. They can get together, and that's awesome, dude. Now that I think about it, something like Escape, right? Oh, damn, I said Escape. What's it?
It is escape. It's
Yeah,
escape mode.
Escape. Escape mode. Something like that, right? Could be its own entity. It could be a whole new section for Gears. It can be something where a whole new community could be just off that because I liked it. It was really dope. Um, and it was a foreseeable hive raid, right? We can even do a classical one with Alpha Squad when they were down in the hollows. You could do the hollow mode, or you could do, you know what I'm saying? There's different types of things. Silver Fox said, Xbox search Earth on games parity. Parity should die to the quality limit of the consoles. Silver Fox, listen, man, I'm exactly with you, bro.
Oh, the
You know,
parody clone?
bring y'all's thoughts in, man. Like I said, I'm gonna be trying to read, and we're gonna make this a conversational night. Silverbox and 30 Below, they own it right now. But Silver Fox, he's coming off the top rope. Because, man, you're tired, right? As an Xbox fan, if you feeling like Xbox is always getting cut short because of these parodies and stuff, we're not really getting the fulfillment of our price, of our penny, when parody exists. Parody needs to go. I've been
But
saying
legal.
it.
Yeah, but legal. You
What's up,
understand, right?
games?
Parody been happening since the Genesis days. Like developers are not going to get rid of the parody clause
Well, it wasn't
because
happening during the Genesis days, man, because
not.
the
But
games were
oh,
made differently on each system.
yeah, my bad. Not the Genesis days. I'm talking about the sixth generation consoles, right? You had the PS2, you had the GameCube, and the OG Xbox, right? To this, I remember I told you on the phone. To this day, clowns. I've been arguing these clowns for years, especially these goddamn PlayStation clowns. Talking about the PS2 had better graphics than the GameCube. No, it doesn't. But the reason why they think it is because of the parody. They remember the Xbox One came out on the PS4. The Xbox One was holding the PS4 back because of the parity clause. That's why you had the 900p to the 720p resolution wars. Now the parity clause is happening again this generation because these damn developers are too damn lazy to mess up the power. Look at Resident Evil 9. How the hell Resident Evil 9 on the Xbox Series, the Switch 2 version was slightly better than the Series S version, and the Series S is more stronger than the Switch. Ain't shit, no goddamn. look,
This
look,
stuff is
look.
crazy out here, man.
Yeah, you seen it, right? You see, I showed the link. How the hell does Xbox
Yeah,
Series?
put it in
How
the
the hell?
chat. Put it in the chat, man. Put
Yeah,
that
yeah.
link in the chat.
How the hell the Xbox Series S of Resident Evil 9 run really worse than the Switch 2 version, and the Series S is more powerful than the goddamn Switch. It's parity clause. And don't get me wrong, the PS5 Pro version looks really damn good. Obvious is the Pro is more powerful than the Xbox Series X. Okay, they got to do something. But remember, Legal, when this Xbox Series X came out, a lot of developers didn't want to make the power to the Xbox Series X. They're too lazy. Oh, we can't do this and do that. Now they're doing that shit with the PS5 Pro. It's parity. Parity is a problem in the gaming industry for years. This is why I say exclusives kind of matter because we can focus on one console, but
And
today,
you focus on that console's
oh,
ability.
yeah, but
Yeah.
but now we don't do that because Xbox gets on PC. PlayStation and Nintendo don't have that. They doing the goddamn games, but their games look really terrible. So we like, look, man. Look, I know game development, but it's laziness. It's gone down to laziness. And
But third,
I'm going to buy Resident Evil 9 on the Xbox right tomorrow, physical copy. I'm a Resident Evil fan, but Capcom. I know you're Japanese. You got to look at your Japanese brothers. You can't tell me the Switch 2 is more powerful than the Series S. All right, the Series S could run Battlefield 6, 1080p, 60 frames. Look 10 times better than the Resident Evil 9. You thought the Switch 2 can't run Battlefield games.
yeah,
Come
it's
on.
crazy. 30 Below
And,
says, I was chatting with Copilot a couple of days ago. The Magnus looks like it's going to have some tech. Oh yeah, definitely, man. It's going to be, that thing is going to be having a lot of tech in it, man. Listen, I'm so hyped about that and what it's going to bring for Xbox. I'm hyped about that. But Silver Fox says people don't buy games today because of parity. Listen, man, it- it's parity needs to go. We need to get in a space where we can actually see real competition between these great consoles, right? People want to know just how far and how great these consoles can be. They want to see it for themselves. It's almost like, we can't be judgmental when we're getting these article opinions. We get in that kind of stuff. But let's be honest. If you don't have one of these consoles, you can't tell. And then when you see things, when they actually put them together and you see things, there's no real big of a difference for anybody to have any brag in their bag. But that's now or less, right? We get it with the parody, man. To me, parody is just a form of weakness. It really is. I never really liked it. My opinion is I'd rather see consoles push their own capabilities. If you got a console that you made and your specs are different, then we should be able to see those specs. When you create games, we should be able to see the quality in them specs. I agree, Silver Fox. Like I said, I'm not going to debate that at all. But when we look at 2026, right, y'all, it's getting crammy and it's getting interesting. I'm seeing Fable. I'm seeing Gears of War. I'm seeing Wolverine. I'm seeing Phantom Blade Zero. I'm seeing Forza Horizon 6. And I'm seeing Grand Theft Auto 6. Those are my top 6 games that I'm seeing, right? That for the most part, people are going to be bantering about, right? Resident Evil Requiem has just now came out. That would actually be 7, but it's not crammy. It has separated itself from all the noise. Now, this is what I wanted to talk to y'all about. I wanted to elaborate on some of this. The noise right now is about Wolverine being pushed up, right? To a release date. What is it, September? So now the whole fall winter thing has been taken out of talks. This game is coming out in September. September is still summertime, right? Okay, watch this. I want y'all to follow me. There was so much inspirational hate about Xbox games going to PlayStation 5, right? That was the new talking point for PlayStation fans. We get it. We get all the talking points. What's up, Talos Reed? What's up, baby? In the building. Yes, sir. What's up? My man CB, my man CBH4 in the building garden. What's up, y'all? It's good to see y'all, man. Um, I'm gonna do my best, like I said, y'all coming up in here. I'm gonna do my best to read out y'all's comments. We're doing a talk night tonight, man. You know how it is. I'm excited, y'all. I'm still stoked, and I'm not gonna stop until I'm not excited. I'm gonna keep on pushing, man. I got something to feel excited about now. I've been rejuvenated. New leadership, new rejuvenation. Rain G4 in the building, man. My man, salute, man. Look, so it's getting interesting, right? But this is really the bulk of this show when it comes to the conversational piece. I want to talk about this games. Look, out of those 7 games, right? And we'll take Resident Evil Requiem out of the picture because it's safe right now. It done came out. It's coming out. Talos Reese said, I'm good, man. I've just tried Marathon and it was okay. Nothing special. Facts. We saw that long time ago. But I'm looking at it. The new game that was supposed to be the victory lap was Forza Horizon 6. We get this. And if y'all can see where I'm going with this, chime in. If you can't, grab your popcorn. Because this is about to get very interesting. You look at Forza Horizon, the series, right? And Forza Horizon 5 did exceptionally well on the PlayStation 5, selling 5 million entities. That's a large number. For a hustle game to be thrown on another platform, that's a whole nother level. What is this? Consoles should be pushed to the max metal of the console's fullest capabilities. I agree. Bottom line. I totally agree. I will not debate that at all. Period. I believe that too. And so when y'all think about it, right? When you think about those games, and Forza Horizon 6 coming out later on, it's supposed to come out what? Around the fall? You got Forza Horizon 6 coming around the fall. We don't know when Gears of War E-Day's dropping, but my opinion was late August. I didn't get it. I don't know now. We don't have a release date. I don't know anymore. So that's on the table. But we got Fable kind of out of the realm. It's coming out. It's in the fall. It's coming out in the fall. Then you got Grand Theft Auto 7. I mean 6. You got Grand Theft Auto 6 dropping in the fall. So you got all these games crammed up. Microsoft said they're not scared of Grand Theft Auto 6 because they feel like their platform has enough games to sustain through that weather. And I agree with them. I agree because I mean, there's going to be a lot of people. There's going to be millions of people just stuck on Grand Theft Auto 6. That's undeniable. But for the most part, people are going to shift around. They're going to shift around. The beautiful thing about the 25th anniversary year for Xbox is Xbox fans get to shift around all year long. I know Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be the most popular game. But for us, that's when Game Pass is going to look so beautiful this year. Right, he says, damn, GTA 7 is coming for 6. I know, man, right? Talos said, I've seen Forza Horizon 6 on the PlayStation Store. Exactly. Watch this, Talos. Watch this, y'all. Follow me if you can catch my drift. Now that Wolverine has been pushed up, we know for a fact that Sony's scared of Grand Theft Auto 6. And we see it right now. The pressure to get something going on with the PlayStation console is right now. Marathon needs to do something. I don't think Marathon's going to do very good on Xbox. That's just me. Because the Xbox community is going to have their own games to play. G-Man says, we live before February ends. Be live before February ends. Fact. Grain says GTA 6 be doing damage like always. Yeah, it's going to do damage. J Mac in the building. Shout out to DIRREC Gaming Podcast. Salute to the new legal and games hero. Salute, gentlemen. Great beers in the building. It's fully operational. Exactly. XWO is fully operational. Exactly, J Mac. Appreciate all of y'all coming in. So we see, tell us it's like your hoodie. It's my hat, man. My 20th anniversary hat. I got my new shades on. And I got my 20th anniversary shirt on, man, because I don't have no 25 to the 25th anniversary gear. I don't have it. So I'm just rocking this for right now. I got my rag on, but I'm covering up right now. But I appreciate it. Silver Fox says, if it runs Xbox, I would only license games that will optimize, that will well optimize for my platform. I agree, man. Like I said, Silver Fox, everything that you're saying, I totally agree, man. Look, I'm not that ain't even up for debate. You're saying some great stuff. I just hope that kind of stuff comes along, right? So you got Wolverine. It's no mystery that they're scared of this thing. They're scared of this Grand Theft Auto 6. So they need to pull it back. But when they pulled it back, right? Look what they're taking away from what they hold as a victory lap. Because I know they're not going to do this. I know damn well they're not going to buy Forza Horizon 6 over Grand Theft Auto 6. Are y'all feeling me right now? Are y'all feeling me right now? So this whole situation of Forza Horizon 6 coming to PlayStation, this Grand Theft Auto 6 blockade is really going to try to make some things sound irrelevant. Oh yeah, that 20th anniversary controller's on fire, bro. So there's a block coming. There's choices to be made. And the fact that Phantom Blade Zero and Wolverine are crammed up, one's not gonna do too good. They don't buy games like that. But they might just fool everybody, but I doubt it. But this is going to look very interesting on how Xbox games play out games. Because if Forza Horizon, the biggest the biggest game published on PlayStation for Microsoft, misses this catch around, it's not gonna look good. Because Wolverine, we know Wolverine is not gonna sustain. It's gonna come, it's gonna go. But I believe Wolverine is gonna be their biggest game this year. That's what I believe. I think it's gonna be their biggest game this year. Wolverine will do good. Phantom Blade Zero is going to hurt because of Wolverine. But I think the Chinese market is going to hold Phantom Blade up. That's what I think. So even though Phantom Blade may not be held up so high on the PlayStation 5, I think Phantom Blade Zero is going to do overall well with the Chinese community. Coco, oh, what's my man? My man, oh, Cygnus in the building. What's up, Cygnus? Long time no see. Wolverine has the potential to surpass Spider-Man 2 sales. It does. Any game has the potential, right? I won't knock that. And it's gonna need to, but my problem is I think majority of the gamers are saving their money up. Um, it's kind of good that they push it away, give it some time, so that y'all could really dive into it. Um, it on the other hand, it feels kind of suspect that they released it kind of early, because now I'm like, damn, the technological difficulties they had, the leaks they had, then the revisions they did, and now it's pushed up. I don't know, man. I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see. I haven't seen enough Wolverine to 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 feel 100% great about it. I mean, I'm glad it's coming out for y'all. It's something that y'all gonna be able to showcase, but I think it got pushed up out of fear, not that it's ready. So we'll see. But Phantom Blade Zero, I know y'all are not hyping that game over Wolverine. So Phantom Blade Zero to me sounds like it's not gonna do as well. I don't know how well it's gonna do, but it's not gonna do as well as Wolverine. I could bet my bottom dollar on that. So, but what's going to happen for Forza Horizon 6? I don't even think y'all even gonna buy into that. Because if Forza Horizon 6 is gonna come out this fall, y'all ain't buying that over Grand Theft Auto 6. Y'all ain't. So Forza Horizon 6 it's gonna look more like an exclusive than anything out here. Even though it is gonna be on multiplayer. If y'all don't do nothing with it, because the Xbox community is gonna play that game. That's hands down. It's gonna play that game. But it's gonna be played, it's gonna be bounced around off of Grand Theft Auto 6 and Forza Horizon 6. It's gonna be bounced around. But what's gonna happen to Wolverine? Will it be one and done? And then what? Because the statistics say that y'all are only gonna buy one or two games this year. My opinion, here's my opinion. Wolverine, Grand Theft Auto 6. That's it. That's it. That's what the statistics say. Game Pass says Fable, Gears of War, E-Day, Forza Horizon 5. That's 3 for us. 3 right out the bag. We don't have to worry about it, right? And then 1 purchase, and that's Grand Theft Auto 6. When you look at the value in that, you can't debate that. That's the better value. You just can't. You cannot debate that. G-Man said Forza should do really good in Japan since that's where it's at. I think so too. Oh, I got another one entering the stage. And, oh man, Xbox brand. Okay. Come on in, bro. My man Faye. Come on in. See the
Up,
title.
man.
Come on in, man. Yo, the streets is live. Yo, my man Faye's in the building, my brother. That's my brother for a long time. Let me see what Faye's is saying, man. I gotta represent Faye's, man. Sorry, y'all. I gotta represent him. Man, where is he? Where is he? I just saw him. Faye says, Forza for Xbox fam is church. We're gonna play that game. Exactly, man. Exactly.
Yeah, it's looking good,
Exactly.
man. It's looking good.
Shout outs to Xbox brand. Listen, I've been talking Xbox brand. You dove in and crashed the show. You see some of the topics. What I'm talking about right now is what Sony did to Wolverine, right? They pushed it up. It's getting crammy. I'm looking at how games are falling. And for one way I can look at it is that it's definitely Sony got scared of Grand Theft Auto 6. That's definite. That's by no means nobody's gonna debate that. But because they pushed it, it gives Wolverine a chance to shine on the platform. We don't even know if Wolverine's coming out on PC yet, but
Well,
it gives it a chance to shine. But when you think about when I was talking about reason why I brought up Forza Horizon 6 is when you see that Forza Horizon 5 was the prize winner on the platform, right? On the PlayStation platform. If Forza Horizon 6 is coming out later on the PlayStation 5 when Grand Theft Auto 6 is coming out later, I don't think they're gonna buy Forza Horizon 6 over Grand Theft Auto 6. So the fact that the Xbox fans and the PC fans are gonna be able to grab this Forza Horizon 5 early, I think it offsets. And to me, this is just me, Cygnus. I think Forza Horizon 6 is going to do better than Wolverine at the initial start. I think that Wolverine eventually will outdo Forza because there's just not enough games on PlayStation. On Xbox, there's going to be. So people are going to be able to choose from these first-party studio games. See how the turn of the tide has happened? Xbox fans are able to talk about first-party AAA games. This is insane. While PlayStation fans are talking about third-party timed exclusives that are coming to Xbox anyway. See, the reason why I'm not focused on Phantom Blade Zero, it's coming to Xbox. That's not a brag in the bag. It's coming to Xbox. But
yeah.
Singer says Phantom Blade Zero, token. Oh yeah, token on the fire. That's gone. I didn't even want to talk about that one, but you're right.
Well,
Let's be fair. Marvel's, if I'm saying it right, Token, the Marvel fighting game, the Marvel fighting game. I
yeah,
forgot.
I don't remember what that one's called.
I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but that ain't gonna do nothing. That's done. If that comes out this year, no. Crimson Desert. I don't know when that game is coming out. It needs to come out a little early. That's another one.
They're saying it's supposed to be coming out, isn't it, next month? I thought it was supposed to be coming out
If
next
it's
month.
coming out early, Crimson Desert is good. I was because that's one game that I wanted to buy.
Well,
Wolverine is safe, and Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be safe. That's going to be the takeover, and yeah, that's it.
I
But
mean,
but yeah, go ahead.
no, the year is going to be pretty much swallowed up by GTA 6. I mean, I think everyone knows that that's going to be the big buy, right? So during Christmas time, we're not going to see, the
Mhm.
massive slide sales for Wolverine
Facts.
or
No.
sitting for GTA 6. Why? Because
Facts.
that's what every kid wants, right? All the kids that were, 10, 15 years ago, now they're in their 20s. All those people are going to want into the GTA series. I mean, that's one of the games that's always in the top 5 bracket, and it's just going to be the same way. It's going to live for the next, I guess, maybe 18 years is what they'll probably sit on GTA 6. But the question really, and this is what I've been posing to a lot of people, while Wolverine will surely sell at least 4 to 5 million copies, the problem is that your install base is much higher than that, and you are not meeting a massive ROI. So how do you recuperate some of that, especially if you're not even cranking past a 6% install base? That's really not, and that's what Hiroki Totoki was talking about, as was many of the previous devs that were with Sony have all stated that we have got to get beyond this prism of thinking that you can sit with less than a 5% install base on a single player game. That's why these people that are creating this rumor of that Sony is going to be moving out of the games going to PC phase. I really don't see that happening, especially when you're talking about $5 billion in 5 years. That's $1 billion a year. That's or what is it? It's like 3 or 4 billion, whatever it is, and it works out to like, I don't know, it's like 400 million a year or something like that. That's a lot of change that you're talking about. That people are saying, oh, well, they're just willing to throw that in the toilet. I don't think that's going to happen. Now, could it? Sure. I mean, Sony may try it, but when they start seeing that there's a less amount of money going into their pool, I think they will say, you know what, this is a dumb idea. Let's stop the cage garden. Let's go ahead and kick it back out on PC. We don't have to go towards Xbox, but we will kick it back out to the PC. The only reason they would even stop it in the first place would be because of Magnus. Magnus is going to change the way people are gaming. You get to play whatever you want. If you want to emulate, you can emulate. You want to play any of the Nintendo games? Guess what? You can play them on the new Xbox. Every single game will be available on that one single platform.
Facts.
It will take time before, and this is the thing that people are completely dismissing. Is it going to be expensive? Yes, it will. But over time, and this is the thing that Phil Spencer was talking about. He wasn't talking about a 5-year deal. He even said it it was 2 showcases ago, and he said, I am looking at the next 25 years. Well, we all knew that he wasn't going to be here for 25 more years. Right. So what is he doing? He was setting the stage for the system to be in place, to be able to rock out for 25 years, so that the gaming system itself will be set. All the metrics will be set with Magnus. Whether you like AI or you hate it, doesn't really matter. As I pointed out in one of my posts, I showed 2 stories. Nobody responded to it because they can't tell the difference.
Right.
A story can be created by the AI that is better, faster, and more easier to create than what a human can do.
Right.
Now, you may not like it, but that's pride speaking. The facts are AI is the future. If you don't like
that's the betterment of AI when we're talking about it being involved with gaming.
But again, we can utilize it, right? We don't have to hate it. We can utilize it. And I'm telling you, if we didn't have so many people that are leaking out this info, if they were to literally kick out a game, throw it into the market, and you had no idea if AI was involved in procedural generation or whatever, right? You had no idea. People would love these games. They will call it slop, even if it's one of the greatest games ever made. And the reason is because they'll say it's procedural generation or it's AI driven. It doesn't really matter. The computers and the processing systems can do it better. The reason No Man's Sky does so well is because the AI that it has is creating the world in which you play. Everything is procedurally generated. It is not handcrafted, but that game is loved by millions, played by millions, continuously gets the best game created every year that is continuously ongoing. Why? Okay. Because it is what it is. It's run by an AI system that does exactly what it should do. Create a great game for the player. And that's what Magnus is going to do. That chipset will change the industry. Whether you want graphics, whether you want FPS, whether you
Got
want
me
whatever
hype,
it may
man.
be.
You got me hype.
This is why I'm going to buy the new Magnus. Now, am I an Xbox centric? Not going to lie. Yes, I am. But I see more value from Xbox than I see from PlayStation. PlayStation is more than willing to take more and more and more from the person than they are going to give out from their
Hey,
own
you're not
studio.
lying. That's what they said, right? That's what they said.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what Phil said. This was long ago said from Phil. He said you have
Yeah.
two methods. Either one,
That's right.
you monetize your own people. That's the
Yep.
Xbox people, right? Or you broaden your market. Now,
Yeah.
people can gripe and complain and whine and say Xbox is terrible for having no exclusives. But here's the reality. We have not really had massive increases except for on Game Pass. But if you don't go to Game Pass, guess what? You're still playing those games and you're still going to buy them at that huge, hefty price of $70 or $80, whatever it may be. And that is okay for them. But for them, they are providing me and my family a method of play that is at a better cost because I play more games and I just play on Game Pass.
Right.
Now, am I saying that you shouldn't buy games? Absolutely not. I buy games all year long. I buy small games, some big games, whatever. I'm even looking at Crimson Desert, but I really don't know because one of the things I do not like is the fact that it is Souls-like in the sense that you will be getting all your abilities from bosses. I don't like that. I think that is basically boss grinding. And I think that's something that is
It's
little
played out as tiring, you know, but you know.
and I'm not a Souls guy. I mean,
Yeah.
if you are, hey, fantastic, great, go for it.
You got the game for you. Yeah, I'm
I
not
think
either,
the
but
visuals on it are stellar, but
that's
I
what I'm
don't know if
saying.
it's a game for
Yes.
me. But
Yes.
I was considering that game because of the fact Pearl Abyss said no to Sony's exclusivity.
Exactly.
And that's
That's
huge
worth
plus.
going for. Yep.
That was like a big plus for me for Pearl Abyss, who is not a major big time publisher like a Square Enix or somebody like them, but they are a brand that says, you know what, we're going to throw it out there in the market, despite the fact that Sony could say to us, you're not selling it on our platform. They did not take the bag.
Right.
Which goes to show to every other developer out there, you don't have to take the bag. It is up to you. And I think Pearl Abyss is betting on the fact that having a multi-platform release will get them and net them more money than what they would have gotten from that bag. And it could have been, we don't know the bag. How much was it, right? Maybe Sony wasn't offering all that much money because, again, they seem to kind of be peeling back away from all these hot exclusives that they were trying to tie up with their, their publishing arm of their departments. They're not getting as many as they used to. Okay. We're seeing it start to lessen. We're starting to see more a broader approach to these games. And I really think that Xbox is going in the right direction. Now, despite whatever happened with Phil and Sarah Bond, which we don't know the details of that.
Yeah, and it could have been, and it really can't. It might not even be anything. We don't even know. You know,
I'm in the business world, right? I'm a leader, so I understand when you cannot just, like, Phil Spencer is a name, right? You can't just get rid of him if you want him out. It's kind of like because see, that's why I still believe that Sony wanted to get rid of Jim Ryan. You can't get rid of him because he's a name, right? He is a figurehead that's been there for years and years. You got to give him the respect. You got to give him his bag. So you have to do it. It's just required. So you give him the bag. Now, Sarah Bond's a little different story. She came in, she rolled in. She hadn't really been with him that long.
About 8 years, something like that. Yeah, just 8 years.
And so when she left, that was kind of, I don't know, that there's a lot of backwards stuff going there, but nobody's going to know the details. Everyone's spitting rumors. All I'm saying is that all I know is that from what I see from the outside, that Satya Nadella didn't say nothing about her. Nothing. Basically left her on the curb. Okay? Now, mind you, she resigned. She did not go through the normal, she didn't go through the normal process. She's like, no, I'm out, right? So she didn't like, hey, I'm retiring.
And you want to know what I'm glad you said that. You want to know what's bizarre? you got a report out there saying that she's actually transitioning with Asha still. She's still there with the transitioning
She could
process.
be.
So
She could be. I mean, it
it
may be
look-
part of her. It may be part of a contract as well. That whenever a CEO or anytime you transition a leadership talent into one position, one to another, or even retirement, it's as listen to what Asha had said in her interview. She said, "We have been talking for
for
months,
months. Yep.
months." Okay, now this tells you that Phil has been probably since the beginning of the year, maybe even
Oh yeah.
December, said, "You know what?
Yeah, he had been talking about this like a year ago that he was
you
planning on.
know,
Yeah,
yeah." So this has been on this has already been on the calendar. They knew this was happening. This is not
exactly.
just a sudden, hey man, I'm out. Nothing
Exactly.
like that. They have been talking for months, and they even had time to talk about the dogs, right? Meaning that we got to have a good personal relationship. We talked about the business, what we need to do, what needs to happen in the future. She even invited Major Nelson, right? She
That's
didn't
right.
have to do that, but she did. She invited him to do what? To talk about the future of the industry, because he knows what people want, and that's what we're looking for.
Yeah, you see Silver Fox X right here. This truck, he's saying something that's got me right here. Grand Theft Auto 6 is best on the Xbox Magnus, and it will curve stomp the PlayStation. I want to say this. I hope, man, this is crazy what I'm about to say, but this is ridiculous, y'all. And I'm gonna catch back up with the comments. I had to go back. I had to go back to him. Yeah, Phil, I see y'all. Phil's been with Microsoft since 1988. Range, before said that. And G-Man says Phil's been with Microsoft before I was born. So I want all my real Xbox fans to see this, man, right? What he just said. Think about it, y'all. You remember the OG Xbox? Remember when the OG Xbox came out? What was the game that made everybody shut up about that console? When the Grand Theft Auto Definitive Edition came out. Remember that? I think it was Vice City and Grand Theft Auto 3. It was those two games, if I don't remember. You saw everything. You saw the words on the billboards. You saw the lines on the street better. You saw the words on the buildings better. You saw everything. You finally got to see what the words were on things. Because on the PlayStation, everything was blurred out. You didn't see anything. Xbox branded games and chat pat. You didn't see anything until Xbox came out with it. Xbox came out with that latest tech. Think about it, y'all. It came out with that latest tech. So, and that was before. See, parity. See, Xbox has been through a phase where parity didn't rule. This is what made Xbox what it was back then. Then you got the gamers talking. Like, man, have you seen it on this Xbox console? Man, the game looks 10 times better than it does on the PlayStation 2. Everything is clear, everything is crisp. You see what I'm saying? And it was based off of Grand Theft Auto. That was
Hey,
the middle. That was the middle game
I
because I remember it. It was
hey, brother,
Halo.
I don't mean to interrupt you, but I've got to like hop off. I'm still
Oh,
here
you
for you,
good?
but yeah, but
No.
you guys keep rocking on. You guys are doing a fantastic job. Keep standing up for the truth, man.
Shout out to Xbox brand crashing DI-RRec gaming tonight, man. I
All right,
appreciate you,
brother.
bro. Peace, man. So when you think about it, y'all, when you think about it was Halo, it was the Grand Theft Auto Definitive Series, it was Ninja Gaiden, it was Jade Empire, and then it was then of course Halo Combat Evolved. Those 5 games defined the original OG Xbox, and there was nothing close to them. There was nothing close to those games. Because remember, PlayStation 3 inherited the Ninja Gaiden series. We had it for over 5 years before it went to PlayStation. Shout outs to my man, who was this? Oh, Jago6, what's up, man? So if once again, if Microsoft is poised to make the Grand Theft Auto series an intricate part with this next console, right? I mean, everything just looking beautiful. Everything is eye popping. You can't believe what you're seeing because Grand Theft Auto 6 is on another level as it is. So imagine it being played on brand new technology. I'm going to go ahead and say this right now, y'all. You can forget parity. It's over when the next Xbox comes out. There will not be no parity because parity can't even exist for that. It's going to have to, the technology is going to be so new. I mean, you're talking about AI updates to all kinds of new features that have never been done in console gaming. This is going to be huge for Xbox. I mean, when you think about the potential, look at what it's going to do for the gaming media. Think about it. The gaming media is going to have so much to talk about. Think about all the Xbox platforms out here with mics. Everybody's going to have something to talk about. When it comes to Xbox, then think about all the haters of Xbox. How sad they're going to be every single day. Got to bring up something in tears. I mean, when you think about the clout, it's overwhelming, but it's going to be beneficial to Xbox because Xbox is going to finally get that respect that it deserves. I'm not going to say that it needs that popularity talk, but it's not going to even be based off of popularity by default. If Xbox becomes popular, it's going to it's going to become popular off of what it brought, just like how the 360 was. The 360 got popular because of what it brought to the game. That's why Xbox is held on a different standard. You cannot hold it on the same standard with PlayStation or Nintendo. Xbox always had to prove itself worthy. And that's why I like it. It's not a console where I just come in and say, you know what? Oh, I'm gonna get this because everybody else is getting it. I don't move that way. I see the specs. I see the capabilities. So when I pay my money for this console, I expect this console to be able to perform based off the specs that's given. And I agree. When we're not seeing that, you have every right not to feel excited about what you purchased. And for the most part, I haven't been excited this generation because I know for a fact that the Xbox Series S can do way better than what it's been doing. This X has so much potential, but it's held back. This is not, and I mean, when you look at this console, I'm looking at this console right now. How they compacted everything in this console and how quiet it is still amazing to me. It's absolutely still amazing to me. I mean, even this console was created differently from any other console ever made in history. Ever made in history. There's nothing even close to it. And to see the no respect that it gets, it's crazy to me. But at the same time, I blame a little bit on Microsoft. You have to deliver. When you create something this great, it's you that have to deliver. You know, I look at things like basketball, right? You're gonna go out on that basketball court, right? And when you're playing against your opponent, it's not a love and hate thing. It's pure competition. You are not trying to lose that game. You're doing everything you can to win that game. So there's gonna be some trash talking involved. But it don't the trash talking should never become to where you throwing blows. That's when it went too far. In gaming, when it gets toxic, that's when you went too far. I don't care about what somebody says is trash or whatever. That's common. But what I don't like is misleading. I don't like the misleading information. I don't like the jibber jabber. I don't like the personal attacks on people. I don't like when information isn't being said and people remain blind to a situation. Those types of things I don't like in the gaming community because gaming is supposed to be educational. You should the the gaming industry should be willing to bring up things that make the people who are ignorant better, but they feed off the ignorant. They feed off of that. And that's one thing I never understood or appreciated. But look at how Xbox always had to prove itself. So once again, it's going to prove itself. I feel it. It's right back in that same position again. You're going to start seeing these games. And like I said, Microsoft gets made fun of all the time, and rightfully so, right? Let's just be for honest. Rightfully so. It's always getting made fun of. They stepped on the rake. They did this. They didn't do this right. They did, because it's true. But now there's a possibility, and this is funny when I think about it. Xbox is going to need 2 years. They're going to need 2 years to get it right. They got 2 years. Sony's situation is so dire, right, that Microsoft could possibly have 2.5 years with this new console. I want everybody to think about that. 2 years. And I think there's some fear there, y'all. Me personally, I think there's some fear there. The fear is that Sony sees the perception could possibly hurt them severely. Because if the next Xbox can play on these storefronts, that's a huge win for Xbox. Because they're not selling Steam. The messaging was right. Now, I'll give respect to Sarah Bond on her messaging for this. This was spot on. The messaging for the storefronts, no matter what game you buy, right? No matter what game you buy. Let me read this. Rangy Force said, at the same time, the industry don't want Microsoft to really dominate. Rain, I'm about to prove that. So Def Ray, what's up, baby? I saw you. Oh man, everybody's chiming in. I want to. Xbox thinks 30 years ahead. Exactly, they go way too far. Way too far. Silver Fox says, when Pony saying Xbox dead, this expresses their weakness of PlayStation and its community. Poetic justice. Y'all never learn. What's there to learn, man? I mean, we love our platform is delivering games. What's there to learn? It is what it is. We sense fear. So it's not about a learning process because we don't care about all of that. Y'all do. That's why the game got pushed up. There's no games from Xbox that got pushed. Microsoft even came out and said it. We don't fear Grand Theft Auto 6. They shouldn't. They shouldn't, because that's going to be an alternative. Grand Theft Auto 6 isn't the guarantee game on their platform. It's not on their platform, but it's going to be the biggest alternative game. So if you believe in your games are still going to thrive. The thing about it is, y'all got to put y'all's games on the hit list early, and you better stack up quick, because we know once that game gets there, whatever the tally was for any of your games, it's going to stay that way. It ain't going to, nobody's going to jump off that game and go play anything else once that game comes out for the holidays and all the way for the next year. For a good year, Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to rule. I mean, it's going to be up there with the Call of Duties and all of that. It's going to be up there. So you're going to be able to have some ammunition, and Sony knows it doesn't have the ammunition. It knows that. That's why it did what it did. But we all know from the reports of Microsoft, we got 40 games in development. Microsoft isn't scared at all. At all. Once they get this 25th anniversary thing kicking in November, by November, it's going to be insane. Because remember, that's really the 25th anniversary date, month to kick it off. We're just being stingy. We want it all this year. But if you think about it, we can go from November to November. That's a year right there. We can really do that. The madness can be exposed during that time too. You're talking about Microsoft things aligning right for it. If they don't make no mistakes, this is going to be one of the biggest stories to ever be told in the gaming history. You're talking about something that's been ridiculed for years, but has had a successful runs. But when you think about the Xbox One scaring Sony, you can go back and read those articles. They were scared to death. They had threw in the white flag before the console war even began. So we know that when everything is lining up for Xbox, It really doesn't have anything that can compete with it. That's not even debatable. What's debatable is Microsoft needs to get it that way. Stop making silly errors, listen to your core audience, and deliver. Because like I said, we got these rumors right now, right? To me, they're just silly. They show a weakness. To me, PlayStation fans should be shutting up that rumor because it doesn't benefit Sony to do what this rumor is saying. So
Well,
the
we talking about
rumor
the fleece
has it
report?
that Sony's going to stop putting a first party single player games on PC. Why? When Stellar Blade just made its rounds on PC and was the most successful game on PC of this generation. Why would they
Legal,
pull that away? Why would they stop that momentum?
legal.
I
Let me
could
let
come
me
up
just
with
say
some
this.
ideas, but why? And then
I
we
can say
then
this.
we saw the number that they're making by doing what they're doing, and it's huge. They're making over $2.5 billion doing this method. So why would they stop doing that and lose that money for the sake of perception again? When they've already told their audience that they're not enough. So that would mean they're lying. So if you do that, that means your audience is enough. And y'all know y'all are not enough. So it doesn't make sense. Like, you're gonna do live service games. I get it. Everybody's comfortable with that, right?
Yeah.
My man in here was this good box. What's up, good box? Steam Machine and Magnus looks like release some year. I get what you're saying. I think they might release in the same year. Who knows? Signa says Gran Turismo is supposed to come out on PC and around 2025 and they canceled it. Yep. And now they even talking about putting that on multi-platforms. I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Can
Look,
you hear me?
when I start to see the rumors fly, Cygnus, to me, that just signals somebody's got to get their bills paid. The rumors, I don't really too much dwell on. I don't dwell on the rumors as much as I do the facts, right? If we're going to look at the facts, let's look at the facts. Let's don't worry about the rumors, right? Because the rumors are just there to be silly. We all know that. If if PlayStation, if we're gonna be talking about the safe sides of things, right? Get games back in. If we're talking about being safe, right? Everybody's gonna say, yeah, put the live service games on there because everybody's emotional, right? They don't want their exclusive games to go anywhere. We get that. Poetic Justice says Sony's revenue was 154.4 billion and PC and Xbox made them 2.4 billion. It's only 1.5%. And that's 2020 to 2000. That's not a lot, gang. Bro, $2 billion is a lot. That's never short money. What you gotta understand is this, famo. It's about what's up, Mike Johnson in the building. Long time no see, man. It ain't about how you're looking at it. You're looking at it from a standpoint of trying to keep your games exclusive. So you're going to
Facts,
say that. But
facts.
here's my answer to that. Well, my question to that, Poetic. How are they gonna pay for these first party games when you know that that's an issue ever since the ABK deal, the end game happened to PlayStation. So Sony is using these live service games to pay rent for these games. They're also making remasters and remakes to pay the bills for your AAA games. So if Microsoft if PlayStation is making, to your claim, that's no money, $2.4 billion. That $2.4 billion from the games that they're making on other platforms is what's going to put first party games on your table, bro. So you saying get rid of that, you got to make sense. If they get rid of that, then how in the hell are they going to fund their games? You're already down to one game a year. I know it hurts, and I know y'all play it off and say, oh, I'm cool with that. Y'all are not cool with that. No real gamer would be cool with that. You want an array of games. You want something. You want variety. You don't even
La
have variety.
Liga,
Y'all are bringing up third-party games.
La
Y'all
Liga, La
don't
Liga.
bring up third-party games. We hold PlayStation to a bigger standard.
Yep.
PlayStation don't talk about third-party games. Y'all talk
Because
about the
of first.
reason this is y'all's law. This is in y'all's 10 commandments. The reason why y'all buy a PlayStation is for exclusives. That's in y'all's 10 commandments. That's not in the Xbox commandments. We've never said that. So it's different. That's how Sony is going to fund for y'all new games. They even said that. They told y'all it's either you're gonna put your money into these brand new games, right? And buy into these service games, because my justice, new legal is not nice to point. Yeah. Look, Famo. Look, Famo. the the reason they even said it, right? You're going to have to get used to this new wave of live service games for a little bit. It's not forever, but what Sony's trying to get y'all to do is establish some live service games, stay running on them, and because that money is going to help us generate for new games. The only problem I see is this: there's too many other games that gamers haven't been invested in. I don't see Marathon. Okay, what is it? Helldivers? Is it Helldivers? Okay, like so. Look, when you think about Helldivers, right? Helldivers came in with hundreds of thousands of people when it initially dropped. Huge success. I mean, a huge success with the numbers. Nobody's going to deny that. When you think about what happened when Sony tried to switch it up on the PC gamers and the PCs gamers abandoned it, the numbers dropped drastically. So
Yeah, the
Sony
PC.
changed
Yep.
up the strategy on that again, and the PC gamers came back. And when the PlayStation fans were getting made fun of enough for not supporting it, they started putting their money into it, right? It got up to be around 4 million on PlayStation. Well, the rest, the huger amount was on Steam. And when you think about that, right, was it enough? Was it enough? That's an opinion. But even then, I looked at the numbers. It was like 19,000 on Steam. Now, I'm not using Steam like most people do and try to validate that. We know. I've always said it. On Direct Gaming, I can say this: we don't hold the Steam community that high to where whatever they do,
I got it.
that's how you should look at how we do on console. I've never used that metric for that, because they don't prove that point when it comes to these games. Just like they didn't with Helldivers, right? I looked over there; it was only like 19,000. It was in shambles. When you looked at the peak and then you looked at what was happening, and then let's give credit. PlayStation fans started jumping on there, and it went up to like 29,000. It was picking up. But when they put it on Xbox, it moved up to around 48,000 to 50,000. And even like right now, it's still around there from 38,000, something around there right now. But when you think about that, a live service game would,
And you hear me?
at best, I would even go at best, 75,000 people. And it's new. And it's new. That's not that great. Let's just be honest. That's not that great. But is it a consistent amount of people on the game? Yes. Yes. No games, I can't hear you. If you're talking, no, I can't hear you. But
Oh shit. Oh.
but Helldivers 2, the numbers got better because it went to Xbox. Because it went to Xbox, the numbers went better. So it's thriving. It's not dead. It's just from the numbers that it first had to now, it's falling. It need, if something great comes out, it could knock it down. It could knock it off. And uh the developers have already the fans have already told them that they're bored. They're looking for something exciting for it. And so the devs are working good to get something else popping up on it.
Testing,
But
testing.
you
Damn it, damn
just
it.
better hope nothing great comes out and people jump off that game, because it's gonna hurt it bad. So oh, they hear. Oh, that's weird. Y'all hear games? Damn,
You can't hear me?
that's crazy. Yeah, I don't even hear him.
Hello, hello, hello.
I
Hey,
see
chat,
his thing. I see.
chat. Put one if you can hear me.
That's crazy, y'all. They shouldn't even be doing that. Yeah, games. I don't even hear you, bro. Wow. I'll let them cook. I don't even know how that's even gonna work. That's crazy, man. And I heard him before. That's the crazy part. When he first came in, I heard him. I don't even hear him. So I don't even know how that's even gonna work out. But so my thing is this: Helldivers 2 is generating. Marathon has to come in and generate. I don't think.
Hey, hello,
There you
testing.
go. I
Oh, can you
got you.
hear
Go
me?
ahead.
All right,
Go ahead.
okay.
You can chime in.
I'm
Go ahead.
using my phone now. I
Go
think
ahead.
it's
I'm
my
gonna mute
computer.
myself. Go ahead.
No. You don't have to mute yourself. I'm gonna ask you a question though, right?
Uh-huh.
All right. Legal.
Yeah.
Why would Sony cancel the PC ports?
That's also stupid. All right, let's give it up
No,
for games so we can hear them now.
no. But Sony. You see, this is why I have to retire of this console war shit, man. Listen, I'm in this for a long time, man.
Come
And
on.
there's a point. There's gonna point be idiocracy starting to happen for years, right?
Right.
I get it. I see where people are coming from. Oh, they don't make a lot of money on the PC ports compared to the PlayStation, right? Oh, they don't do this, they don't do that. Fine, but listen. I know. Listen.
Oh, boy.
I'm not the smartest man in the world. I'm not the richest man in the world, right?
Hold on before you say that. Poetic justice, because we've been having this, we've been having a discourse. So I wanna read this and see what he says. Hear me out. PlayStation 3 sold consoles that lost 3.3 billion at the beginning, but they played the long battle and fights for hardware units sold, and they managed to outsell Xbox. That's their moneymaker. But hold on, you only telling partial truth on that. You
They're the
do realize,
prostitute. Yeah.
that that was because they were trying to hold on to the one thing that'll destroy them. I'm glad you brought that up. That's perception. See, right now, PlayStation is trying to hold on to perception. They don't want people to know that they can't make no games right now. They don't want that out there. But you also got to understand, Poetic Justice, that they didn't really get their money back. Sony didn't get all their money back until the end of the PlayStation 4 era. Look how long it took them to get that money back. So look, but look, they made people like you think that, oh, once they surpassed the 360, 4 years later, 4 years after the next generation, that's when they surpassed them. It took them 4 years. When everybody knows when the next generation comes in, that's the cutoff period. So everybody, all real gamers know that the 360 defeated the PlayStation 3.
Yeah, they
But
did. They
but
did.
but 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 to some right. But to Sony, they wasn't going to let that happen. They
That
couldn't let
happened.
that happen.
Nah, they
So they
couldn't
kept
happen.
it. They kept that PlayStation 3 out there, and they were selling it for $150. Come on. They were
Yeah.
selling it for 100. Poetic. Remember this, bro. They didn't just keep that raggedy PlayStation 3, the first one or the second one out. They reinvented the PlayStation 3. Remember that. They created a whole new smaller console and sold it for like $150, bro. Who can't, bro? Y'all could buy it. Y'all could not afford the PlayStation 3. Remember, it was $600. Y'all wasn't buying it. So now it's at $150. Hey, guess what? I can get one. And that's what happened. But you're talking about you're selling it for so low
Yeah.
just so that you can get to a point where you can say, look, we outsold Xbox.
League, that's
So
what happened. That's what happened to PS3. So I remember the time the PS3 wasn't selling. So people think that PS3 sold have a combat because the exclusive. No, the PS3 meant a combat because dude, they was selling the system for like $200.
I'm
They
telling you,
took
bro, with the taxes. Yeah.
they took a lot of features out of the base PS3. They made the PS3 slim. They made it
Come on
$299.
with it. Come
They
on
had
with
to
it.
do all. They did everything. Listen, they had to put the
Come on
price
with it.
down because the system wasn't selling.
Nope.
Dude, people forgot how bad the PS3 era. You think the Xbox One era was bad? Yeah, it was bad. But guess what? The PlayStation 3 almost bankrupt PlayStation. They couldn't even do anything.
Mike.
They had to shut
Hold
down.
on, Games.
Yeah.
Mike, you can go look it up. There's nothing to stop about.
Yeah, you
I'm
go look
not,
it up, dog.
Mike, listen, you know be better than that, bro. I don't sit up here and be lying, bro, on my channel like that. I don't get high off of just misinformation. In 2013, when the Xbox One came out, that's the end of the console war. That's the end of the console race. When the next generation console comes out and lands on the market, that's the cutoff period. I don't care what happens after that. When that happened, the 360 was still outselling the PlayStation 3, and it's outsold it for 4 more years, bro. It wasn't until like 2000, at about the end of 2016 or 17, when it outsold it.
Yes.
And
Yes.
so, but dig this, Mike Johnson. Microsoft has stopped making the 360.
Xbox 360.
They had stopped making it. So while the 360 was phasing itself on out, Sony had to save itself from that perception loss. It got whooped. So by the time they started saying, oh, it went out, so man, the only people that cared about that was Sony fans. Everybody knew it had already been whooped. So they run around talking, oh, look, it out. No, it didn't. No, it didn't. And if you're doing that, you're weak. That's trash. Admit the facts are the facts. It got beat by the 360. Yes, Xbox beat a PlayStation console. That's already happened, and that's old news. The only thing about it is Microsoft got away from that strong competitive force. Look, man, they could have easily beat the PlayStation 4. They messed up.
They messed up,
They
man.
messed up
They
bad.
messed up, man. Yeah, they messed up. That
They
was
messed
bad,
up
man.
bad. So
They messed up, man.
when you think about it, that's the enrage that Xbox fans have. You want to really talk about it? The real thing is we sat there and watched them fumble this easy next transitional W. They fumbled it because the Xbox One was a nice piece of work. They fumbled big time. And look, it was, and that was another, we're talking about the word fear, right? That was another moment where you saw Sony just scared out their ass because when they sold their PlayStation 3 and got up on stage, we already know the backdrop to that. Everybody was coming out to talk about DRM. Basically, everybody was going to talk about the same thing. And the only difference would be in the games. We already knew that the Xbox One had a better catalog of games when it came out.
Oh,
The
yeah.
biggest talk for PlayStation 4 was Call of Duty. They had got that contract with Call of Duty, with Activision to get Call of Duty on their platform.
And
That was what was right.
Destiny.
And Destiny. Those were going to be their 2 biggest games. Other than that, nobody cared about no damn knack. Nobody cared about no damn
Killzone.
Killzone. Nobody was talking about those games. And that's what you had. That's it. Look, Mike, they had that meeting when they saw Microsoft get up on that stage and they put out that price drop and they saw the reaction of fans. Sony got scared. I just want to look. Sony got scared. I'm not laughing about this. I'm not here to over exaggerate anything. I'm looking dead at y'all, and y'all know it. But you can tell yourself whatever. the articles we got, it's all in the proof is in the pudding. Sony got scared. And what happened was, because both of the models were supposed to come out at $499. Sony already said this. Everything was supposed to be equal. Everything they were supposed to be talking about the DRM, online only, all of that. Because new technology was here, they were going to push that. But when they saw that backlash, they wasn't going to go through another PlayStation 3 era. Hell no. If PlayStation 4 caught backlash like the PlayStation 3, we wouldn't even be talking about PlayStation 5. It wouldn't even exist. That was it. How do we know? Sony said that. So what they did, they went back to the drawing board. This is why, and y'all gotta stop it, man. Right? Stop with the
arguing?
play.
Who's
No,
arguing?
stop with the playing it off like you don't know. Y'all even realize, look, we want to get funky with this. Sony deliberately would go behind Microsoft's showcases so they could execute their showcase. You see what happened once Microsoft flipped the script on that. Now you got this whack ass state of play. Microsoft said, no, we're not. This is true. Microsoft said, no, we're not doing our show like that no more. So we're not going to come in front of Sony. We're going to start doing our show on Sunday. After everybody's done, then we're going to do our show. Microsoft started doing their shows last because what was going on, Sony was taking notes. Microsoft would go first, Sony would go last. Microsoft would go first, Sony would go, and they were taking notes. So they were seeing when reactions would happen good, reactions would happen bad, they would switch it up. So as soon as Microsoft changed that up, you saw what happened with PlayStation. PlayStation even stopped doing events. They stopped doing events. They stopped coming to E3. They told y'all then, we can't afford E3. That's Little Bank. That's Little Bank. They don't even go to Gamescom. We can't afford Little Bank. But you see Xbox still in these streets. Every year you see them no matter what the show is, from Xbox Developer Direct to Summerfest to Xbox Direct Show to Gamescom to Tokyo Games to the Game Awards. Xbox is always there, consistent, because that's big bank. So what do you think is going to happen when everything lines back up again, right? For Xbox, and they execute, because that's all Microsoft has to do. The problem with Microsoft is, for some reason, they're allergic to execution. Come on, Mike. You pitter pattering now. I've never seen an Xbox logo on the NBA basketball. Okay, cool. All right, fine. But I've seen Kevin Garnett endorse Xbox and on YouTube be on Xbox showcases and talks about playing 2K on his Xbox. I seen the game out there in Compton giving out Xbox Series X's to kids all around the hood. We know that Snoop Dogg is a veteran for Call of Duty pushes on Xbox. Like, man, stop.
Hey, but legal, man. These a lot of see, one thing about you and me, we know our history, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know because either they have amnesia or just
he said I saw the WNBA logo on the WNBA
or they play no stupid, right? They're playing stupid, right?
Yeah.
Even if Sony Ball said it too, Sony was lucky to survive to the PS3 era. Yeah, man. The PlayStation 3 almost killed
Big
the
money, baby. I see you. Go ahead.
The PlayStation 3 almost killed PlayStation that era, man. That was a $600 paperweight. And remember, Sony used to make your own chips and all that stuff. And they lost over $1 billion in the PS3 era. A lot of money. That system was a failure, dude. But
no, it was, yeah. They didn't get all the money back to the end of PlayStation 4.
Yeah, yep, there we go. And they did.
That's facts.
Yeah. Yeah. It said Microsoft saved PlayStation with the Xbox One launch.
It did. It saved them. So now you're looking at what you're looking at. Like I said, look, the worst thing that can happen to PlayStation 5, right? And we're talking about these systems. For Xbox, we saw that now it's been shipped 54 million consoles. That surprised everybody, right? So you see that Xbox could possibly close out, even though they said they're not going to stop manufacturing the S and the X, right? They're going to go forward. So it's possible that it's quite possible. And even if they don't, they're going to be some millions off. But that's not bad when you consider the Xbox One only sold 60 million. So if Microsoft can ship out 60 something million again, they can wipe their hands and say, okay, we got it. Now, this next Xbox coming out, if they do everything right, look, prices and value of consoles are not yesterday. So I'm not going to sit here and say that.
Yeah, listen.
I'm not going to sit here and say that
Yeah.
the next Xbox is going to be affordable to everybody, because
No,
I
no,
don't
no,
think it
no,
is.
no, no. It was no.
Right. This is going to be Microsoft is going, they're going into they're going back to their true identity, people. This is what I'm going to say. Microsoft has never been a company that put out mediocre hardware or equipment or whatever, peripherals or whatever it is. They prize themselves in putting out top quality stuff, right? Whether
Yeah,
it's software or whether it's Surface Pro, things like that is what I'm saying. I'm not saying everything that they put out has succeeded, but for the majority of things that they put out, it's for the benefit of new technology and showcase their abilities as a tech company, right? So when I look at this next Xbox, they're going to their roots too. They're not just going to Xbox roots. If they can build something that is so elegant, so powerful, so visual, such a performance, such quality, right? And you put it out there around $999 or $899. Let's just say that. It's an instant sell-off. It's an instant sell-off. But the way you got to look at how Microsoft is doing this with that Magnus chip, right? You are buying the Xbox. Don't get me wrong. You're buying the Xbox, but the prices come in, not that it's the Xbox, but what it offers. The fact that you'll be able to play any game that you bought, no matter where you bought it from. I mean, outside of Nintendo, of course. But for any game that you buy and you can play that game, it'll be up there with your library, because we've seen it. We just saw the update on the raw Xbox Hour X. They just did the update. So now your Steam games, your Xbox games, whatever else, GeForce Now, whatever else, whatever you bought, it's going to be in there with your games. That is a substantial game changer. Substantial. Because what Microsoft is doing is saying, listen, we're the platform for games. Not that I know there's going to be a strategic shift, which is going to be good for Xbox.
yeah,
But I am a realist, right? I am a realist, games. This shift is not happening overnight, right? It's going to happen in due time. Asha has plenty of years to get her legacy done. She's not going to follow behind anybody's footsteps, because each each president of something leaves their own legacy, right? You're gonna leave your own stamp. So she's got something up her sleeve that when it's all said and done, she's gonna leave a stamp. Just like Sarah Bond left a stamp on Game Pass, just like Phil left a stamp on Xbox expansion. Um, she's gonna have to figure out what her stamp is gonna be. And if it's back to the roots, bringing Xbox back out of the roots from premium quality through its core fans, then so be it. So be it. I'm with it. I'm with that. I'm with the grit. I love what Peter Moore said about her today when I was reading his article. I love his optimistic value to what she can bring to the table. She needs that kind of support. She needs that kind of ear. But Peter Moore was a monster, bro. You know. Silver Fox said, The Xbox Magnus has over 40 teraflops. The PlayStation 6 has over 200,000 tera roach. Man, this dude crying. Oh man, y'all hard. But no, really, that's the situation that's going on, y'all. This year is going to really tell off about the communities. I think that by default, Xbox really got by with their games because of Grand Theft Auto 6, man. If Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out November, late November or early December, that means it misses the Game Awards. We're looking at some historic stuff that can happen on Xbox. You're looking at for the first time, and this is a damn shame, right? But for the first time in 14, 15 years, Xbox could win a Gotti. It can win a Gotti games. And for Xbox
this year.
This year, and you want to know what's funny, games?
Listen,
Because I want to hear your opinion on this. Here's the crazy part. Xbox fans have been trained to think that winning no awards is no big deal. That's sad. You know,
I'm one of them. I'm one of them because yeah.
But here's my thing. You're like that because you've been programmed to think, well, we're not gonna win one anyway. To be able to feel like your platform has been heard, man, that's just a good feeling. Let's don't sit here and act like because we've been seeing PlayStation and Nintendo win Gottis, that just because Xbox won Gottis in the far past that it ain't supposed to happen no more. Fine. But I'm a firm believer that this year, I think Xbox is gonna win.
But what game would take it?
Gears of War E-Day. And if not Gears of War E-Day, Fable. Because Gears of War has always been crucial, bloody, and in Masquerade. I mean, it's a whole nother level. See, that's one thing that I cherish about Gears of War. Gears of War is on a whole nother level. There's no other game ever made like it.
But I remember the Game Awards like 2019. I know you don't like Gears 5, but Gears 5 had a higher Metacritic score than Death Stranding, right? And that game and Gears 5 did not even get a nomination of Game of the Year. So, and that was a good game. Like, you know, better than Death Stranding, right? So, I don't know. It's a tough call because Jeff Keighley is a sneaky bastard. So, like, you know what I'm talking about, right? That look, we know. Listen, I'm not saying it's not really Microsoft's fault. Jeff Keighley don't like the Xbox, right? We know that. He's a sneaky bastard, and he's always be a sneaky bastard, right? If I look, Fable can win because they want stuff like Fable is like the type of game that the industry wants, right?
That's what I'm saying.
I can see Fable doing it. If it's not Fable, I will say another game doing it. If this game comes out this year, it's Clockwork Revolution, because that game has the aesthetics and that game looks really damn good. But I don't think, Gears. But once again, Jeff Keighley logic was like this. Okay, we got Wolverine.
David,
let me say something.
You gotta listen to some of your chat comments, man. They're hilarious, bro.
Yeah, let me say something. Okay, we got Wolverine. Right? We know Wolverine, it will be the Game of the Year nomination, right? And then there will be no conspiracy, right? Remember, Ghost of Yote was
What's up, Sean TJ? What's up, baby?
So we got Wolverine, right? Okay. Now, you probably put Resident Evil in the Game Award, right? Right, Deagle? They probably put that nominated, right?
Mike Johnson, man. Y'all killing me, man.
Yeah.
No, they need to have fun tonight, y'all. Y'all killing me, man. Spare Fable, man. It ain't even came out yet. Them man talking about the gameplay is flat.
Oh man, hey, hold on, man. Hey, I never play a Fable game. I played Fable 2, but give that shit a chance, man. But look.
Go ahead, guys.
So Jeff Keighley logic is this. I'm putting in Jeff Keighley brain right now, right? Wolverine is automatically at the Game Awards, right?
Of course.
Resident Evil 9 is automatically. So we got
Of
2 games.
course. Of
Okay.
course.
Okay. It depends all these games. It depends on Crimson Desert. So let's let Crimson Desert do get really good reviews, right? I'm
Damn,
talking
games.
about.
I forgot about all these traps. Oh man, come on.
No,
Oh damn.
hold on. Listen to
I'm
me.
listening.
So let's say Crimson Desert became one of the best games this year. 94 on Metacritic. Then the next Witcher, right? Cool. I heard some good things about Crimson Desert, right? That's 3 games.
I'm buying it.
I'm still skeptical of 007 James Bond. I'm still skeptical of that game. I don't know if that game would be good or not. Then you have GTA 6, but there's a cutoff, right? But you know how Jeff Keighley going to do, right? Me and you said this on the phone, but it's Jeff Keighley. He will do the man will find a way to put an Xbox game in it, right? Fine. Let's say GTA is not in there, right? Cool. Let's find out like a $5 indie game out there. Oh shit, like that, right? A $5 indie game on Steam. The Mouse PDI game. You know the Mouse game, the black and white game? Yeah, they're gonna show that in there, right? All right, so that's 4. All right. Should we put an Xbox game in there? Nah. Nintendo.
We're gonna do it this year, baby.
And Nintendo, what game you coming out this year? Nintendo, oh shit, a new Mario game coming out this year. All right, we're gonna put that shit in there. You know that's gonna be in there, right?
I know.
Yeah, you know the 3D Mario game will be in there. Yeah, all right, that's fine. If Nintendo make a Mario game, right? Yeah, one more slot.
Xbox, man.
Then you got one more slot. Gears League didn't come out. You get a 91 on Metacritic. Fable come out. Get a 90 on Metacritic. You know, 4 they had no damn chance in hell of being it. It's a racing game, right? Okay. And we all excited. Yo, legal, this is our year, legal. We finally got nominated. I thought it was signing us still legal. We could do it legal.
I know.
And Jeff Keighley says, nah, man, we ain't doing it, man. He will find a way to put GTA 6 in there. Oh, I said, legal, damn, they got us, man.
Why so serious? What up, my guy? That's
legal.
my dude right there. What's up, famo?
Legal, I'm sorry. Legal, he would do something like that. He will find, listen, the dude will find a way to put an Xbox game in there. He will find like a $5 indie game that nobody heard of. Then you have 3 multipliers, 1 Nintendo game, and 1 big game. And it doesn't matter how good Gears either can get a 95 Metacritic. There's no chance in hell he wouldn't do it. He wouldn't do it. And listen, legal, bookmark this video, right?
Oh,
if Gears
Eden, too hard on the guy, man.
If Gears Eden get a 90 on Metacritic, considered one of the best Gears of War game of all time, better than the second one, better than the first one, and the cutoff day is November 15, right? And GTA coming out November 15.
Unless you're God of War, then you get your cutoff date. You get pushed up to.
Yeah, we know that. If it's not, we know that. We know how the bullshit goes, right? And Gears of War comes out. Good game. Amazing. Hype, right? Then the Game of the Year award come in. And you know, a lot of Xbox fans. So no, you say Xbox fans are programmed about Game of the Year. No, we want to get God. We want to God.
I agree, Def Ray. I agree.
We want a Gotti, right? We want one. We want a Game of the Year nomination, right? We want a Xbox game to finally win a Game of the Year. I'll say, yeah, legal. I'm gonna call on the phone, legal. I think it's Gears, man. You got a 94 legal. Then Jeff Keighley, here are the nominations. Crimson Desert. Okay, legal. Hold on, legal. We know Crimson Desert is gonna be in there. It's a good game.
It's hilarious.
Resident Evil 9. Hold on, legal. It's Resident Evil. Wolverine. We know Wolverine being there, legal. It's common sense. It's a Sony game. He will find a way to put Wolverine in there. That's why the game is dog shit. Mario. Legal. Hold on.
He's taking my hope away.
Legal. Hold on. Legal. We know it's Mario. All right, Mouse. $5 indie game illegal. Is an indie game legal? You gotta
They
support the
put
indie.
hey,
You gotta support.
they put stray. They put
Yeah, yeah,
stray
yeah.
in there so
That's
everything's
right.
off the
Yeah, yeah,
table.
yeah, yeah.
They,
That's right. Legal.
what up, serious?
Legal is an indie game. They gotta put an indie game in it. You gotta support the indies,
Facts,
right?
Silver Fox. Facts. I know.
Legal. You gotta support the indies, nigga.
Yeah, it's
And hold on. Legal. There's one more slot. It's gonna be Gears, legal. Just get it. The last one is Grand Theft Auto 6. How the fuck that shit get in there? That shit is caught off damn date of the goddamn date, nigga. How the hell is Grand Theft Auto 6 in the goddamn game of the goddamn wars? The cut-off date is the 15th. And you put that shit in there, nigga. Like, what the fuck are we doing here? What about
crazy,
Gears? And what about Gears? Oh, and then Jeff Gitter said, but Gears didn't make the cutoff. Man, what the fuck?
That's every time, boy. Damn you, man. Damn you, games. Damn you.
Nigga, we had hope, man. We had hope, man. All right, nigga. It's always next year, man. It's always next.
I see you, Key-Man.
Legal stand there, nigga. Hey, look, man. It's our hope, man. It's hope, man. And listen. We want a Gotti, right? But you see, the problem is the industry don't like Xbox. And this is why I hate about Phil Spencer. Like, he knows that, but he want to be this kumbaya dude. Don't do that, man. They don't like you, dogs. Because they do like you, they will find a way to put your game in the game of the combination. They don't do that. So, you got some politics behind it. Oh, it's a multiplayer game, or this, or Gears of War. It was good, but it was hard. Like, dude, just why? Okay, why do you put a $5 indie game in there then? Who the hell play this shit? Like, I never heard of this bullshit. Who the fuck plays Stray? Remember I called you on the phone to my Blancho or a car game? I ain't never heard that game a goddamn life, dude. Like, I ain't never heard of that game a goddamn life, legal. And what the fuck is Blancho? Readers told me, oh, it's a very popular game on Steam. It's a card game. A card game?
You see? There you go. A card game.
You literally
but Forza can't win nothing.
Can't make it. And Forza can't make it.
Forza can't be nominated for nothing because it's a racing
game.
But we got a card game. Card game.
Yep. Dude, I'm not me. Listen, I am not legal. You think y'all bad? You think that was bad, right? I remember they will find ways to put a Nintendo game in it, right? Like, and listen, I love Nintendo. I'm a Nintendo fan, right?
Yes, you are.
But where is the possible? All right, 2020 Game of the Year, right? Nominated.
Stop, games don't go far.
No. I remember this bullshit, right?
God.
There was 5-6 games. We know which game will win Gotti, right? And Xbox had one good game in 2020. It was Ori in the Will of the West. That game got a 93 on Metacritic. And I told myself, I know. And I told people, like, yo, Ori might make it. It might make it. Because I don't really see any other games outside of Ori, Hades, and The Last of Us Part 2 to get a nomination. But this guy said, okay, he put Last of Us Part 2 nominated. Okay, cool. That was definitely going to win. I know they're going to win, right? It's common sense. Doom Eternal, good game. No, nigga, good game. Doom Eternal's a good game. I hold you. Final Fantasy Remake, good game. Whatever. Ghost of Tsushima, all right, but all right, I'll give them that. Hades, really good game. And I thought it would be Ori, right? Jeff Gitter said, nah, we're going to put a Nintendo game in there. Legal. And I love Nintendo. I love this game. But what is the possibility chance this goddamn game will get on the goddamn year? Jeff Gitter put Emerald Cross and New Horizon for God. Nominate, man.
Look, man.
Legal.
I know. Yeah, look, listen, man. Look,
Legal.
you're
What
not
is
lying. Look, everything
legal?
you
What is
said.
the
Now,
possibility chances that shit wouldn't get of the year, legal? You told
right?
me
I
that
get.
Animal Crossing had a better chance of
Look,
getting
man.
up
You
the
look,
year.
look. I was here to have hope. All right. You took all my hope away, and I don't
Legal,
like that.
I have to take the hope, man. We saying this shit. We let the Cowboys, man. We saying this shit for years and years and years. And legal, listen, I'm gonna say this. It could happen. I will say Fable or
That's
Gears.
why you clowning, bro.
Illegal, I will say Fable or Gears. You hope that Christian doesn't get a 55 on Metacritic.
I mean, yeah. I mean, look.
I hope that Christian
Look. You
does a
have you.
dog shit.
Look, you made validated points.
I have to. I got
Yeah,
to. You hope that Christian doesn't get a 55 Metacritic. Like
I know,
like,
I know. It's just
like
but it my thing is
I
the
get it.
the Xbox community has gotten to a point where
Yeah, it's
we
bad.
don't even think about it,
We
and
don't think about it
this
anymore,
is
man.
why I love what Asha said when she came out. It's to make us, we don't. All I'm saying to this the Xbox community. And I've been guilty of saying this in the past. I've been guilty of saying it too. To don't think about that stuff. To don't care about it. It's just an award show. Don't care about it. I'm changing up. Y'all care about it now. Care about it.
Yeah, I am caring about it. I always
Because
care about it.
this to care about it means you're going to excuse me, I had a hiccup. To care about it, that means you holding Xbox to a greater
Yeah,
standard.
yeah.
We got to change this narrative about Xbox just being what it is and it can't be recognized for anything. And I'm not, listen, it's to me, when I say this is hilarious, it's a pun. It's a pun moment. But when Xbox do win awards, but they be winning awards in places where gamers don't even know nothing about it. It be the Xbox win BT award. Like what? Like
Nah, this man
oh, it won the
said
BT
BET
awards.
award. That's how bad it is, man.
Yeah, it won BT award because the console's black. I mean, like the
Yeah,
best black console out there.
this man said BT award.
Stop,
Oh
gang, stop, man. I'm just saying.
man. Best hip hop
Stop, man.
award. This nigga said the BT awards, man. Yeah, we down bad, man.
We down bad. I
We
mean,
down bad.
it's stuff like that. It's like
man. We down bad, man.
we down bad. So when I'm changing that up. I'm changing that up. The legal's changing that up. Xbox community, stand up, man. Y'all have it's a new breath of fresh air out here. I don't mind it. I know people are like, I'm skeptical. You have every right to be skeptical. There's the feeling about Xbox's future, whatever feeling you have is validated. Because let's just be honest. Like I said, Microsoft hasn't done enough for you to feel confident. And so the fact that she came out and brought that to an awareness, to me, that said it all. That I immediately jumped on her train. The way Asher came out being humble, the way she came out with her truth, and she's pointed out things that none of them did. You mean tell me this woman came in and hadn't even taken the seat yet? Games, she hadn't even taken her throne yet. And she speaks on the issues and and it was the real issues of Xbox. I couldn't believe it. So to me, I was like, you mean to tell me somebody in the Xbox realm knew the real reason and nobody ever said anything? That's what kills me. Nobody ever admitted it. So no wonder PlayStation kicks you around. No wonder Nintendo don't ignores you, and it seems like you can't catch a break because it seems like you hide behind Xbox. You don't push it hard enough, so nobody takes it serious. Yo, games, mute your mic. You got some static going on.
Oh, my bad. You hear me? My bad.
Whatever you doing, yeah. But look, if you're not gonna push for it and make it feel serious, how would anybody else take it serious? I mean, I'm not, listen, I don't, the only time I get I don't even say upset, but when the PlayStation fans crack me up, I don't know why I said that. I don't get upset over most of them. Some of them say the most dumbest things out there. But when they attack these leaders, like, I have to commend the Xbox community. The Xbox community has some integrity about itself. We don't go out here attacking any of the leaders of PlayStation. We don't. That's goofy to us. You know, that's just absolute goofy. Now, we might attack some policies or laugh at some stuff that's going on, but we don't bother the big heads. We don't even do that type of goofy stuff. The PlayStation community is super weird, man. Y'all gotta calm down. Y'all asking this girl for this woman for her gamer tags and all this goofy stuff that y'all be doing to
Yeah,
each other.
man.
Like,
Yeah, man. It's
that's
weird.
goofy.
It's
Like,
weird. It's weird though,
that's
man.
some weird, and I don't understand y'all. Like, it's weird. And it's that stuff that makes me say kick their asses. Because I know right now, I know. And like I said, look, there's some people in Microsoft that I know I can reach out to. I'm only gonna get so far, right? But I value when I ask something and it gets brought back, or I get an answer to it. I value that. But I don't have to go around, right? And do things for attention seeking. Direct gaming is gamer street. It's gamer street. That's why Mike Johnson can come on here, Cygnus can come on here. And the reason why they were able to stay, even though they're PlayStation fans and come in here and talk to us, is because they know how to act right. Because they know that wherever they go, when they go on other shows and his PlayStation shows, Def, right? They know they don't ever see the new legal there in the comment section disrupting that. I'm not a disruptor on other people's platforms. I've never done that. Never done that. I've always stayed right here. Now, when I'm on Twitter, I'm at work. I'm bored. I pick. You never see the new legal getting personal with anybody. Direct gaming don't get personal with nobody. I know what the post that just gonna make that triggers them. And to me, that's just funny. It's just fun and games. I don't take it serious like that. But when I come on this platform, there's some integrity to it, because the guy that basically influenced me to start this up was a district manager of gaming stores for video games. I was just going to his store. We talked Xbox. We were Xbox fans. So the soul of that, I will never outsell for nothing. So, like I said, the new legal is affiliated to the gaming streets. That's it. That's why Xbox brand can just pop up on here. Anybody can. If you're gonna, this platform is for Xbox fans to voice their opinion. So any one of y'all want to get up on here, you know how to find me. Message me. We'll make it happen for you. The thing is this: we want to hear the Xbox. We want to hear the real Xbox community's voice. I know. I know y'all been wanting a lot more consistency out of me. I know this. In the days of Mixer, you had me. It got boring. I got tired of seeing the same relentless bird-fed stuff. So I created Direct Gaming. Rest in peace, my brother Kyle from Tick Podcast. That was my homie. He passed away. We were gonna have some big things to go down for the streets. We were gonna put y'all first, like no other. And my man passed away. The last show I had with him was during the Bethesda buyout. He was so stoked that I was doing the show, he crashed it, and we talked and laughed at all through that show.
The black guy, right?
Yeah. And
Yeah, he
so
died. Yeah, he died. Yeah.
yeah, he passed away. And so, I mean, Phil knew him, Aaron Greenberg knew him, Albert knew him. Mike Ybarra knew him. This dude was interviewing these dudes way back in the day. Way back in the day. He had them on his podcast, right? That's the reason how his podcast even blew up. He wasn't somebody that everybody knew. Everybody wasn't running to his show. Nobody. He blew up on humbleness, you know. And we had became close. We had became close because the way I was perceived, he knew that my perception was wrong, and he enjoyed it. A lot of people don't even realize this about me. I had my own Forza community. Games, mute yourself.
Oh my bad.
I had my own Forza community where I showed him that we was ranked 7 in the world, not in the nation, in the world. And he was going to take that and show it to Phil and them. You know, we were building off of something. We were gonna do something big, and it was gonna be for y'all. It wasn't even gonna be about us. He wanted them to see y'all. So when I see stuff and it's still directed to channels and things like that, I don't see growth. That doesn't get me excited, because I know that there's no channel that exists on YouTube that comes from the creator. The creator don't make his channel. The viewers and the subscribers do. So the real all-stars, the real MVPs are y'all. And we need to do better at putting y'all in the forefront. It doesn't matter who you are and what you do, is you guys that are making these shows possible. And so we need, for things to be better, to set the atmosphere, to change the way the atmosphere is, we need to talk more about the audience. Because it's not about me or anybody else. It's the voices that don't get heard. It ain't about my voice. It's about the voice. Our job is to speak the stuff that y'all are concerned about. Know that y'all concerned about it. Get up here and elaborate on it. That's the magic. That's when you're true to yourself. So, I mean, I have a lot of integrity for this platform, because I know if you're here, you made a conscious decision to be here. You're not here because direct gaming is popular. You're not here because the new legal is accepted by millions of people and this and that. You're here because you know the language is being spoke. You're here because you know on direct gaming, he's just going to be telling you some lies. He's going to bring value to the Xbox community, because that's our goal. You know, each and every one of y'all, that's our goal. I'm coming out here flipping the value of Xbox now, because I'm excited about the future. Yeah, we had our good labs and good runs messing with the PlayStation fans. We did all of that. We're on to bigger, better things now. They can't seem to get out of their rut. They're over here talking about pulling their game, having a rumor about Sony to pull their games off of PC. And that's sad. That's sad.
Yeah, that's sad, man.
Because it hurts them to know next generation Xbox fan. Do you know you can't escape that? There's apps. There's what you call them? Gaming apps.
Yeah.
That allow you to play other games on your platform. Sony's not gonna be able to stop us from playing their games.
But legal. If they make a PC storefront, that's what people think. That's still not good, because if they pull all the games off the Steam and just make a PC storefront, PC gamers ain't fuck with them. Doesn't matter, mess with them. Doesn't matter.
It's a dead end.
It doesn't matter. It's day and date. Let's say it's day and date. They're not. No, you know why? Because Microsoft.
Loyalty Steam.
Yeah, Microsoft. Yeah, because Microsoft started a BS
years ago.
In the 2006, when they put the games on PC day one, it wasn't on Steam day one. It was on the Windows Store. That's the only way you could play the games, like Quantum Break and everything. And PC gamers don't want to do that. They want to put the games on Steam,
I
right?
like that with my man. You remember that? We don't need
What?
another hero, bro. Facts.
Yeah.
I love it when they remember stuff, man.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah, but
They know games. They know I've been swinging out here
yeah.
consistently. You
Yeah.
know, you guys came here.
Yeah.
You guys wanted to do this with me. I never asked. You know, that's the thing about it. When you see people like Game Zeros right here, he
Yeah.
asked. He asked. You
Yeah.
know, when you see Realist, he asked. You see Resident Gamer, he asked. Resident Gamer used to be on another podcast. I
Yeah.
didn't know Resident Gamer like that. When me and Spartan met on Halo, he come on Twitter and asked me to go play. Can I play with him?
Yeah.
That's how we met. It's not there's this stuff that we're doing is very authentic. Everybody here that I've gotten to learn, even through the chat pack, when I used to call them the chit chat, and they recreated that name on their own, it's chat pack. They did that. That's
Yeah.
beautiful to me, man. Because they did something there for their own enjoyment, for their own identity. That's the whole point of all of this.
Yep. But I gotta go. But
All right,
listen.
brother.
But listen. But look, man. All you PlayStation fanboys, you down bad, man. You guys going outside, man. Like y'all dudes need to realize that the industry is changing. You guys need to. First of all, Sony ain't going to do that, right? Because if they do that, they're the dumbest people ever in the history in the gaming industry, right? They already put their games on PC. Why do you stop? I don't see people say, "Oh, but he don't make a lot of money." Okay, cool. If 400,000 people bought the damn game and the game costs $70, that's how much? That's still a lot of money, right? That's money on the table.
But games, here it is. Why would they pull away from something and they can't give you the answer how they're gonna fund the next games? That's what I
Nobody
say.
knows.
If they
Nobody
pull
knows.
their games off of PC, how are they going to fund for the next game?
Oh, I know how to do it.
Realist is
No,
here. Hey, Realist, if you want to jump in, come on in, man.
but,
I
but,
got
but,
about
but,
another 50 more minutes. I'm on here till Resident Evil drops for me to play. So if you
oh,
want
oh,
to come on in, I sent you a link, Realist.
yeah. That's simple, Leo. You're right.
Yes.
How are they going to fund it? You know what they're going to do? Okay. The next game after Wolverine, Into the Galactic, the bald-headed grooming. You know
Wait
what
a
I'm
minute, is
saying? Okay.
that coming out? That ain't coming out this year.
No, next year. I said after
Yeah.
Wolverine, and that game come out next year. Instead of charging these ponies $60 and charging them $70, they're gonna charge them $100 for the game to fund the next game.
Hey, well, check this out. Sony said they about to raise them prices on them.
Yeah, they're gonna raise those
They got
prices.
to. And see, that
Yeah,
telling you something right there.
So they're gonna charge these clowns $100 for the game, or $120 the game.
The real is now. Oh, I see it. That's right, man. Nah, what's up, realist? It is the other one. Famo, what's up, Dolan Knight? Yeah, I was thinking about my panel. All I saw was the realist. I see it. The realist now. Well, that's too funny, man.
Oh, it's too
That's too
really?
funny. I forgot, man. That's funny. That's good stuff. My bad, bro. My bad.
Oh,
But
it's too really?
no, yeah. But they have to be able to fund. They've told them it's only so many ways, right? Remasters, remakes, or you buy these games support them.
But legal. Remember, they're gonna raise these prices. So if they take the PC port off, they're gonna
That's
raise
it.
it. They want to raise the game price and charge these clowns $100 for a new game.
Games.
That's
They're about to go to court.
yeah,
They're about to
yeah,
go to court,
yeah.
and they're about to lose the lawsuit. They're gonna lose an
The
$8 billion lawsuit. They're gonna
lawsuit.
lose that.
Legal.
When they
Yeah. Go ahead.
no, go ahead. You go ahead because you about to leave. I'm
Yeah,
still here. I'm cooking.
yeah.
I'm gonna be here for a minute. I'm talking to
Yeah,
community.
I'm
Go
gonna
ahead.
listen. Yeah, legal. Listen, we could do logical things. Yeah, you got the court, you got this, you got that.
Mm-hmm.
You run a business, I gotta run a business, right? We know how the
Right.
business thing. Legal, man. Listen, they're gunning outside, man. they're really crossing their fingers. This is happening. Oh yeah, we won. We back.
Oh, I know, we know that, but
Only on PlayStation, man. Niggas, they
yeah,
going
because
outside.
we know
They
that
going
because the
outside.
price, we know that's true because Sony coming out and letting them know that the price is gonna go up. The prices aren't going. Uh, look, man, we can use all the excuses in the world. We knew, but the bottom line is we knew the price was gonna go up. So when the tariff was the excuse, Microsoft and Nintendo already done that. PlayStation's the one that held down. What's up, Red Dead Panda? What's up, girl? Oh,
All
we
right, that Panda.
international now. We New Zealand in the building.
Oh, she's playing
I've
Resident
been
Evil right
live for
now.
about two. I've been live for about 2 hours.
She's playing Resident Evil right now.
Oh, that's all good. Don't. Oh yeah, that's right.
Mhm.
Red Dead Panda. If you got that game, how do you like it? We're gonna read it off. How are you enjoying the game? And what parts of it are you enjoying the most? What do you like about it so far?
And no
If you
spoilers.
have it,
And no
if you have it.
spoilers. And no spoilers.
But no, what I'm saying is they have to. They look. We see that whatever was transpiring beforehand, right? Dolan Knight,
Yeah.
right? Red Panda, right? Chat Pat, everybody, right? Whatever was transpiring before ain't working. So it ain't working because now Sony's like, look, we're trying to give you the remakes. Y'all not buying that. We're putting out the live service games. We're not making the money on that. And so they're at a point where they just gonna have to raise the prices up. Now, if they just raise these prices up, my bet is it's only gonna make things less affordable, less buy. I don't know, but we're just gonna have to see. Right now, this is it for PlayStation fans. They ain't. I don't even know if they realizing this. If they don't do something this time, it's going to look real bad. Because look, man, this is why the PlayStation 6 isn't even coming out. Sony's trying to stack money on in different areas, offsetting, get rid of things. They're balancing. And if you guys don't figure it out as a consumer to help, it's gonna look real bad. I'm telling y'all right now. Red Dead Panda said, I've just finished work and I have drinks and dinner to go out for. Sadly, I don't have the game. Okay. We thought maybe you had it. We were looking forward to you to see it. That's fine. She
All
said,
right,
I've been
nigga, I
looking
gotta
forward
go,
to
nigga.
seeing what the future holds for us gamers exactly.
All
We
right,
all are.
nigga. All right,
All
nigga, I
right,
gotta
gangs.
go. Hey, man,
Hey,
thanks for
thanks
the
for stopping
design.
through, bro.
Yes, listen, anytime, man. If I'm
Yep.
busy, if I'm not busy, I'll stop too. If I'm busy, yeah,
Yeah,
I
appreciate it,
can't
man.
come. I can't come. I apologize. All right,
Hey,
man. I got to I got to
and
put
I
some great chicken, man.
apologize.
Yeah.
And I apologize for not being so excited. And I owe that to the Xbox community. But I'm excited now. So y'all gonna see more of me. You might even see me go live. I might even bring back live and direct. I might be just outside, just bam, just go live. And that, just because I'm excited. And I'm glad to keep hearing that y'all are. Red Dead Panda said people said Xbox lost its soul, but PlayStation is a shadow of its former self. No, exactly. Exactly. Um, I've been saying that the PlayStation that they once knew is no more. Okay. PlayStation, they got the rumor, right? That PlayStation wants to remove its games from PC. The reason why that doesn't make sense to me is that PlayStation has never had a problem with their core audience. Okay. Xbox has developed a problem with its core audience. Xbox is going from being out expanding, going back into its core audience. Why are they having rumors that Sony wants to go back to its core audience when its core audience is not the problem? So that's where I'm saying it doesn't make sense. It's like they're wanting PlayStation to do exactly what Xbox is doing. Xbox needs to go back to its core audience because that's basic fundamental business success story. You got to attract your customer. You gotta brand loyalty is essential. It's essential. You know, you got logo. And when the logo sells your product, there's not that many businesses that have the power logos like what I'm trying to describe. I'll give you an example. Apple has a power logo. The apple with a bite on it, power logo. They don't have to say anything. You see that? Oh, that's Apple. Um, what else? What else has a power logo? Walmart has a power logo. When you see the little bright sun on it, that's a power logo. What else has a power logo? Mm, what else has a power logo out here? Of course, I didn't want to say Windows, but that's obvious. Windows has a power logo. The windows with the green, blue, red, and yellow colors to it. We know those are power logos. Um, what else? There's gonna be one more out here. Probably a power logo. That people know about. Y'all help me out. What's another power logo? Samsung. Yeah, it does. That's a power logo. Yeah. I wasn't gonna say it because it's too long. Everybody knows, but yeah, that's the name. That's not really the logo. I'm talking about the logo. That's why I didn't say it. But Samsung is a powerful company, but not far as the name. You know, I'm not like that would be me describing Microsoft saying Microsoft. I said Windows, the logo. Give me a logo that's a power logo where the name of the company doesn't even need to be written on, you know? That's why I said there's only a few of Google. Google, the G. The G with the colors on it. That's it. Yeah, you're right. Well, PlayStation it's not a power company, bro. That's a brand. That's a gaming brand. The company is Sony. But yeah, and that's a name. That's not like the PS is abbreviation. It would be like it needs like a logo, a symbol, you know, like something that has nothing to do with the name. Yeah, Chrome, that's the name. That's the name. So you see what I'm saying? Like there's only a few companies that have them power logos. And so and what I mean by that is the logo itself is going to generate money. People already know what that is, they're gonna flock to it. Those companies are beyond, they're the exceptional, you know. But the one thing about Sony is its business model is still what the successful companies gravitate to. It's still about their core audience, you know, and that's what it is. I mean, you know, Microsoft got away from that. So I don't see Sony doing the same thing that Microsoft was trying to do to change up. To me, that makes no sense. They're saying that is going to take his games off of PC and focus on his core audience like that's an issue. Yes, it does. Microsoft generates Xbox. That's true. Yes, it does. So to me, there's two issues going on, right, between both of them. Yup, McDonald's, Coca-Cola. That's right. I know the Coca-Cola is the name. I get that, but that's that logo too. It really is. McDonald's, the M. There you go. That's right. McDonald's doing that power logo. That's facts. The golden arch M is the logo. That's it. You see it up high. Oh, that's McDonald's. It doesn't say McDonald's. See the M up there. Let's go. That's a power logo. Exactly, fam. Good one. McDonald's. Good one. And so I see there's two problems. I see there's two issues. Let me put it like that. With PlayStation or Sony, right? To me, their issue is how are we able to continue to provide games at a proper expense to where we're not losing money, where we're able to keep creating without it hurting our company, right? There is something okay. This is where I think the origin of it is, and then I'll go to what I see the problem with Xbox. because PlayStation is trying to get these live service games, right? They missed their mark last generation. Last generation, PlayStation 4 was so successful, right? All Sony had to do was say, okay, stop the brakes. Let's focus on some live service games for the future. Let's start testing now. You know, so that during PlayStation 4, they could have had their biggest ups and down failures with the video games because they didn't have nothing to worry about. PlayStation 4 was ultimately popular. And they could take the risk with PlayStation 4. But here's the reality behind the scenes, even though I'm saying that. I get why PlayStation had to go so hard and swing so hard with PlayStation 4 because of what the PlayStation 3 had done to it. They were trying to recuperate their billions of dollars. So that causes an issue, right? That's another issue. So let's just be realistic, right? PlayStation or Sony has gotten itself in a jam because of PlayStation 3's hardship, PlayStation 4 gathering up all that money. I'm not going to sit here in front and say, well, they should have just been able to just do something. They did what they had to do. They stuck to their guns. They executed on their marketing. They was able to recruit. So PlayStation 4 was about recuperating that money. They recouped it. They got it. So PlayStation 5 is here, right? The worst thing that can happen for PlayStation 5 is not outpace the PlayStation 4, in which it was almost a no-brainer that it wasn't going to do that. Once the cross-gen stuff started happening and the false messaging for We Believe in Generation started happening, and you saw that the games wasn't dropping when they should have been dropping. There was a lot of delays going on, right? And then because of the cross-gen, that hurt PlayStation 5 because it made PlayStation 4 gamers say, well, I don't need one. And we started seeing this trend. So you got these lawsuits, you got these things that are messing it up for the perception of PlayStation 5. You see these things. And so now the PlayStation brand is in a tough place. Sony's got to reconstruct. They're reconstructing this thing. I mean, that's how serious this is. Even though it's still leading in the markets, they got to reconstruct this whole identity of PlayStation and what they're going to do for how it's supposed to be looked at for a future console. So money, to me, money management and the financial stability of how they're going to handle whatever they do for PlayStation is what's going to determine. And right now, since they wasn't able to do the live service games like Microsoft was, right, and Nintendo, see, they did all their experiences last gen, Animal Crossing, you know, Pokemon, and then you had Sea of Thieves, you had Minecraft, and now they got Call of Duty and more games that are live service. They put Halo's live service now with the multiple. So they got their share. They got theirs. Sony's the one that's missing. But they got something with Helldivers too, right? They got something there. It's just not enough. It's not big enough to keep that money generating in. Because every time something don't go right for PlayStation, guess what Helldivers 2 is doing? It's funding that. It's got to get to a point where there's no hiccups. Then you start to get that generated money. Red Dead Panda says PlayStations are doing it. Sorry about that. It's moving up. Hold on. She says PlayStation is doing a great job of hurting itself. Right now it is. But their fan base don't demand better. All they do is peek over the fence at Xbox like a noisy neighbor. True. And the reason why they're doing that is because that's the fear factor. Xbox fans don't peep over the fence. We don't peep over the fence because we know there's really no threat. We know that the threat is the PlayStation fans to PlayStation. That's the threat. What's going on with Xbox has nothing to do with that. Has absolutely nothing to do with PlayStation fans. Nothing to do with it. It's Microsoft's own hiccups going on with its core audience is the problem. That's the problem. And so Microsoft has to fix that problem. Xbox can be done right it can execute right, it can show its value right, there's not going to be no problem. There's independent gamers here that understand Microsoft's mistakes, that want to see Microsoft correct them, and they'll jump back over. But if Microsoft is not going to correct no mistakes, they're not going to generate excitement for Xbox, the brand, make great games and stuff, they'll just stay wherever they're at. They feel like it's not worth their money. And it doesn't matter if it's Game Pass or what. They just feel like I'm not going to go and put my money on a brand that they see the company itself ain't even trying to fire up. So where PlayStation doesn't have to prove its worthiness, right? Nintendo doesn't have to prove its worthiness, right? And regardless of what's going on with them, right? Xbox does no matter what. Even if it's the smallest little thing, Xbox is going to have to prove that it's right for the customer. And that's just where we're at with Xbox. And you can't quit on it because you created the atmosphere, Microsoft. You did that. You did it to your own console. It's nobody else's fault because, truth be told, the Xbox community, the Xbox fans are still here. They showed that they're still here last generation when it was 60 million of us crazy asses still supporting it. We did that. When the gaming meeting, everybody lied. They lied about our community heavily. Heavily. And we came out with 60 million. 2-1. PlayStation, that's realistic. Unless Microsoft really pushes hard. The only time it wasn't 2-1 was PlayStation 3 and Xbox One. That's it. PlayStation has never been 3-1 to Xbox, never. But 2-1, yeah. So it's consistent this generation. It started off great. I thought this was going to be a heavy competitive console space. I really did. I really was excited about that. But nah, Xbox started slowing down again. And PlayStation 5 kept going. And so now it's 2-1 still. Microsoft is going to have to figure out a way to entice gamers. We don't care that we're trading each other's gamers. That's money. If you gain customers, no matter where they come from, that's money for your company. Apple and Samsung do it all the time. There's always somebody saying, I don't like this iPhone this time. They'll go get a Samsung. Or I don't like what Samsung doing. They'll go get an iPhone. It happens. It's reality. It's reality, people. But these companies need to compete because when they do, the gamers benefit from that. So the first topic of being parity, I agree with. There should be no parodies. They should be the game should be made based off of the proper tech that each console is able to offer to their customer, so that the customer can see for themselves if it's worth their buck to continue to buy that brand. PC wins, yeah, PC wins. To a point, there's a lot of people who don't like PC gaming. There's a lot of people that look at PC and say and see no value in that. A lot. Because there's a lot of people that don't feel like they need to build a modem, have a desktop with a 27-inch screen. You're 2 feet away from your screen, and you're playing video games. I mean, a lot of people don't look at that for their source of entertainment, using a keyboard and mouse for that. A lot of gamers love the fact that they can hold a controller, they can play on a larger screen, they get more width out of it, more buck to their bang, more quality in the picture, and all of that type stuff. Because now the monitor is performance over visual. It's always going to be performance over visual. That's why the monitor has the lapse time on it, right? That's the whole point. So these big screen TVs now, they taking that aspect from monitors and they do the same thing with these OLED TVs. It's all about the response time, right? But they also are TVs, so they specialize in visuals off front. I'm not saying monitors don't, but the whole point of monitor is for the response time. And yes, Pablo, that free online. And why is that? Because PC is an open platform. You can't just put laws on PC. Those what you're saying, those are benefits, right? Now let's just say what happens when Xbox rids it, when it's free online. It's gonna be, PlayStation used to have it, and we all knew the PSN was dog crap, but they had it. It's not like it can't be done. And when PlayStation had it, console was the best platform at the time. PC has not always been the best platform. Today, PC is unmatched because you can customize it. It's not the fact that PC automatically is better, right? It's that if you have the money to customize this PC and create it into a monster, then so be it. That's what PC is. But that doesn't always mean that every game is going to perform the way you built your PC. We know that too. That's all up to the developer. If the developer caps it on something, you're not going to go beyond that. That's Gears of War. Gears of War is an example of that. The PC community and the console community come together. The max that you can get out of that is 120. You can't go above that because it's set. That's the competitive hertz for that game. That's what it's going to be. Same with Forza Horizon. It's a worldwide racing game, so everything has to be even. So you have a PC, so what? It's a cap to it. So it's just certain stipulations. Games that are made for PC, okay, you can do whatever you want to do because it's built on that open platform. But certain platforms are going to require certain specific specs for whatever their vision is for their game. It ain't gonna matter what platform you have. So it's just I'm at the point now, Pablo. I tell people, listen, choose where you want to be, right? See the value in what it brings and pick it. To me, my personal opinion is PC and Xbox right now. They bring in the most value. And what I mean by that is, I'll explain on the PC end. You get Steam, you get NVIDIA GeForce Now, you get all the storefronts from Epic, Ubisoft, all of that you can get there. With Steam and its massive library, and let's don't front on Steam and act like it's got the massive best games in the world, because the massive games, majority of them the games are just trash. They're just garbage, right? But it's like the junkyard of video games. Steam's got a substantial library of video games, right? Then you got Xbox. And like I said, Steam services don't even match up to Game Pass, right? But you got Xbox, the next Xbox, not this one. There's possibility of this Xbox being able to run, well, it's gonna run Windows. It's gonna be able to have the benefits of PC. So it's gonna have them storefronts. It's gonna have all that stuff, web browsing, all that stuff, because we have that now. We know that. But we're going to also have that high-end performance. So I'm looking at the next Xbox, right? Okay, I'm looking at this. The community of PC gamers, right? Let's go with the majority. The majority are not even playing in 4K, right? The majority is 1080p, 60 frames per second. That's like what, 96% to 94% of the community is doing that. Maybe just 4% or 3% of the whole entire PC community is in 4K, 120 at best, if not even that. But let's just say 4K. But when you buy an Xbox, right, there's no difference. So my Xbox can perform 4K 120. Red Dead Panda's Xbox in New Zealand is going to perform that. Everybody else in the UK is going to perform that. Somebody in Japan, our consoles are equal. So it's not based off of what you built. It's already there. It's equal, right? So when we play our games, it's only going to matter to what you hook it up to. But it's not that our capability is not the same. The capabilities are the same. So if we get this next Xbox, right, and automatically you buy it, you are already automatically ahead of PC gamers as far as an entire community. I want everybody to think about that, because the majority at 1080p, 60, that's low high end. That's not even mid, because mid is like 1440p. That's the mid rangers. So it's the low end it's the low high end casual gamers of the PC community that makes the majority of that. So when you talk about PC as a whole, as the majority, that's where you at. There's your brand. That's most of your community. But when you think about console space, it's going to be whatever that console is, and that's the majority. That's all the community. That's not even the majority. That's all the community. We're all equal. We're all equal. So you're looking at a console that can be a low high end console. So if this console can perform, let's say 5080, 5070, nobody's going to complain, because we're already at 5090. I'll just say if it's a 5070, right? Nobody's going to complain, because the differences is not really there yet. But when you look at all the new features that are going to be involved into it, that blows all the other computers out the way. This console, for a good minute, is going to be king. Now, of course, PC's going to come along with something bigger and better, right? As a whole, because the 5090 is already a monster. The new Xbox is not going to be on the 5090 levels. So PC is going to be winning there. But what I'm saying is, how many people you know have a top-notch 5090 computer in and out, where the PC is superior, and the PC chip and the GPU graphic card chip is superior stuff. I'm talking $3,500 to $4,000 computer setup. You don't see that nowhere. You don't see that nowhere. But that kind of setup is real stuff. That's that Terry Crews that set up. That's that Alana Pierce setup. Hers was like 3,500, I think. I think it was. Don't get me wrong, but it was up there. Because you can go on YouTube right now and look at her setup. I think it was Corsair that set her up. I can't remember. But I give her props. Her PC was dope. It was gray and purple with lights in it. It was dope. And they put it up on the wall for her. They put her rig and stuff up on the wall. It was dope. I'll give it to her. That PC's gonna hold for the test of time. You know, she ain't gotta upgrade nothing. It's dope. But that's just how I see it. Like I said, I'm gonna be doing a lot more talks. I hope you guys and girls are liking this, or ladies and gentlemen, because I'm excited. And I finally got some excitement under my wings, man. It's good out here. I'm loving the fact that these companies are changing their strategies up and doing some little things different and shaking up the communities, because it needs to happen. Pablo says, I have blue keyboards. That's dope, man. That's dope, bro. You got those lights and those UFO lights on your rig too. I got a rig. I just don't use it no more. I ain't using a rig no more. I used to have one. I let it die. I let it be outdated this year. I didn't level up. Ray, what's good, famo? What's good? We got roughly 27 more minutes, Dolomite, until Resident. Well, 20. Well, not really. But we got 19 more minutes. What am I talking about? Until Resident Evil Requiem comes out. Hey, to anybody that's in it that's already got the game, or in another time zone that's playing it, leave your comments here, man. What do y'all think about that game? My keyboard changes colors on the fly. That's dope, man. Yo, what's up, Ray? What's up, famo? Salute. We here, baby. We here. We are here. Make yourself at home, man. Like, subscribe, share. We love the support, man. Become a member. Become family of the Mighty Chat Pat, man. We here. I'm not watering down anything. I'm not gonna water down anything. I'm the gamer. I'm down here. I'm y'all in the comment section. I just have a camera in front of me, man. There's nothing to it. I'm not gonna ever act like, I'm above y'all. We are right here. We are right here together on Di-RRec Gaming, man. Same level of play. Same level of play. If I wasn't here, then I'd be on Xbox in the chat somewhere talking about this stuff, man. I just love to talk about gaming. It's a passion, man. It's a blessing to be able to do this, man. It's a blessing. I don't take it for granted. It's a blessing. Jago 6 said, I got tired of it. So I went to a normal I went to a normal glow in the dark white light keyboard. In fact, my keyboards, my keyboards do the white light. That's it. They don't do all the changing color stuff. When I had it up, that's what my keyboard did. The same thing, family. I ain't got time for it no more, man. But my console my console. I'm sorry, my PC rig. My PC rig was I didn't build it for performance gaming. I didn't do that. I built it for more media, more media stuff. But mine was over 1,500. It was roughly in between 1,500 and 2,000, and I didn't do it. I didn't buy it. Like I said, my homeboy that ran video game stores regional did it for me. It's on Direct Gaming back in on my very first old videos. I recorded him building it. I mean, hands on. I wanted to see that. I never saw it in my life. Somebody build a rig, so I recorded it. So, like I said, man, Direct Gaming has come a long way. I appreciate everybody that's been here, that still supports and makes this thing fun. I come out here to talk games, man. I come here to talk gaming and talk situations. But I'm like I said, man. One thing that a lot of people get it confused about me when it comes to PlayStation, when it comes to Sony, I like what Sony does to Xbox. I like that they keep their foot on their neck. I do. I relish that. I don't want Sony to change that because Microsoft has to be attacked. It has to. It needs to. These other companies don't ever need to let up. Microsoft don't need to be comfortable. I don't want it comfortable. So the way PlayStation acts for Microsoft, I love it. Because you know why? I get stuff like this Series X. I get stuff like Game Pass. If it wasn't for PlayStation being so aggressive on their approach on how they look at the console space, we wouldn't have that stuff, man. There wouldn't have been no need for buying an ABK deal. The ABK deal is the best thing that ever happened to Microsoft. That was their clutch moment. That was their clutch moment. Because if they didn't get that, Xbox would be in deep trouble right now. I just say the truth, man. I just say the truth. That's why I know when they bought it, well, Xbox here to stay because it automatically made Microsoft the biggest publisher in the West. They took the Western library, like I said. Now they can go to war. They can literally go to war as publisher. They're not gonna go anywhere. They gotta publish these games, whether whatever they do with them, they gotta send them out the factory. So Xbox with Microsoft is here. They ain't going anywhere. That's the one thing we can say. When Sasha when Asha was saying 25 years, man, she meant that. Xbox ain't going nowhere, bro. It ain't going nowhere. That whole plant has to be burnt down before anything happens. That's 25 more years of publishing as a guarantee. As a guarantee. Now, Microsoft boldly came out and said that under their new leadership. You don't hear that from the other companies. I wouldn't put that up against Nintendo. I don't see Nintendo really going anywhere because there's nothing that they do that goes beyond challenge mode. The only thing that can happen to Nintendo is they just end up making a bad product. That's it. That's it. That's Nintendo's problem will be itself. PlayStation, on the other hand, they in scramble mode, and they fans don't. It's I don't get it. Yup, Xbox ain't got nowhere but up. Nowhere but up. But the warning that I have to PlayStation fans is this: focus less on Xbox. I know y'all fear it, and I know y'all wake up every day with Xbox on your mind. But you're gonna have to break off from that right now. Give yourself a year. Get your. I'm telling you right now. And I'm speaking to the PlayStation community. Buy the hell out of them. Buy the hell out of that Wolverine. But Wolverine ain't gonna be your problem because that's a one and done. Y'all better take care of Marathon. We don't have to. If y'all don't take care of Marathon, I don't know what's going to happen when you lose this lawsuit. When you lose this lawsuit, I don't know when PlayStation 6 is going to come out. It may come out 2030. And y'all are going to look at me in my face and tell me that the PlayStation 5 is going to sustain itself against the mighty next generation Xbox console. The whole time we've been out here, right? We've listened to people in the gaming media. We listen to the PC master race tell us where they prefer to play their games, right? And for the first time, you're going to have a console with the power of a high-end PC, faster quick times, faster load time. I mean, just execution at its best. Soon as you turn it on, the Xbox screen experience is there. I mean, if y'all don't have a raw Xbox Ally X, y'all don't know what y'all are missing when it comes to that new Xbox experience, that new screen, that it's beautiful, y'all. It's beautiful, and that's gonna transpire into the new Xbox. We've been told that. I'm a fan of it because it gets right to right there. There's no hiccups, no nothing. It gets right to the point. The way they manage how to assess your games and have everything right there on the screen, I like that. I just think take a break from Xbox because Xbox ain't your problem right now. Y'all are y'all's problem right now. Get into your community. Yup, Jago, RDNA 5. If that doesn't, you know, let's put some respect on Xbox, right? We have a RDNA 2 console certified. Certified. That's certified. That's not even up for debate. To know that we're going to have a certified RDNA 5 console is mind blowing. Mind blowing. Take some time away from Xbox, y'all, and focus on a community to get your live service games up. Because if you don't, you're gonna learn that more studios are gonna close. This is just the beginning. I don't know the next one. I don't know, but more studios are gonna close. More games are gonna get canceled. Stop worrying about Xbox. Just stop, man. I'm telling y'all. Don't worry about Xbox. Worry about figuring out what y'all gonna do as a community to get these games rolling in. Tyler's Ray says, I got 2 Series X, 1X, 1S, and 2 360 consoles, plus a PlayStation consoles, PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 Pro. My man putting in that work. He says, I'm a gamer and I have friends on both consoles. Much love to you. For me, I have 1 Series X, I have 1 Series S, I have 1 X, and I have 3 1Ss. I have 1 360. Screw a PlayStation console. I have a Switch, and I have a ROG Xbox Ally X. I have a Logitech G Cloud handheld, and I have a regular ROG Ally. So that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. That full screen experience is running great. Exactly, man. Mac Ghost Flower, shout outs to you, man. Make yourself at home, brother. You're right. The full screen experience is running. And that full screen experience, what he's talking about is what I was talking about on the ROG LIX. That's what it's called. Y'all, if you don't have it, you're going to see it soon. That full screen experience is beautiful. Yeah, man. Thanks to that. Shout out to you, man. Subscribe to the channel, man. Make yourself at home, famo. Appreciate that. Yep. Let's see. We're gonna keep on talking tonight. Jago6 says, I've had all of those all the way back to Atari. Yeah. I now only have 2 Series X and a gaming PC. Emulators make up for the day for the older games. Yes, they do. Yeah, Talos, you know what, Jago6? Since we go back, man, I got the Intellivision 1 and the Intellivision 2. Before the Atari 2600, bro. I got both of them. And I got my Sega Master System sitting over there. I got my Sega Genesis sitting back there. Yeah, man, I actually do have a original PlayStation. I don't, you know what? I don't know if it was the first prototype or the second one, but I do have the original one. I have the first one ever from my nephew. He forgot it and broke it or whatever, but I kept it for a souvenir. I kept it for a souvenir for the ages. I really wish I had the PlayStation 2, but I got the OG one. And of course I have my PC, but it's outdated. I don't care about it. So I hope that the next Xbox has a camera slot because I'll be able to use my camera. But I mean, I think that it should have one built in. For me, what the one thing that I'm hyped about for the next Xbox is get back to the broadcast, and I want to be able to play games and talk to my gamers, man, on screen, see their comments, interact. That's the kind of thing I like to do. Showcase some games for Di-RRec Gaming on the YouTube channel and on live and direct when I do that. I like to interact, man, because people like to see video games. They like to see what they're gonna look like. They'll look at what you're doing and they'll evaluate if they want to get the game or not. I like that stuff. And plus, it's my way of giving back to devs, showcasing their game as well. That's the least we can do as gamers and keep everything as a community rolling because we're gonna have to do better. And that's everybody. We're gonna have to do better. I'm doing my part tonight with Requiem. I'm doing my part. I mean, we got to. You know, I'm already Game Pass subscribed, so I already did my part. I'm gonna get Fable. I'm gonna get Gears of War. I'm gonna get Forza Horizon 6. I got those. Those are day one. I don't have to worry about those because I do my part. As a matter of fact, I gotta go get some more Game Pass cards so I can upgrade. I need to get that. I need to get that back up to 3 years. I'm like a year and some change. Well, what am I? Yeah, I'm like year 9. I need a year and some 9 months. I need to get that back on up. I need to get it to 2029 if I can, and I will. So once I do that, I'll stop again, chill out, and just let it coast again. I can let it coast for a year and a half before I build it back up again. That's how you do this stuff. You don't do these services month to month to month to month to month. When Microsoft told you you can build your immunity up for 3 years, do it because it's worth it. Because you never know what you're gonna go through. You never know what hard times can happen. And when a hard time hits you, you set. Your gaming leadership is not affected. Your gaming entertainment is not affected. Because you prepare for those type of moments. You got yourself up to where you don't have to worry about it anymore. I said Matt Ghost. My fault, man. I didn't read your name right. My apologies. NC Ghost. Only NC I ever known was North Carolina. Hold on. Where was he? He said something long. Let me see something, y'all. There you go. Okay, NC Ghost Flowers. NC Ghosto Flowers. Okay. Here you go. I started with the 2600. I have a Dreamcast. Oh, dope. Dope. Don't ever let the Dreamcast go. I have a Dreamcast Sega Sports Edition. Dope. An OG Xbox. Oh, yeah, I do have the OG Xbox. That's true. I'm sorry about that. I left that one out. I had the OG Xbox. I got the two 360s, two Series X's, PC, Fire Stick, 4K. Dope. Two Samsung TVs running GeForce. Dope. I forgot about my LG too. Yep. I got the LG C2. I can run my apps on that. I'm sorry about that too. I left that out. And Xbox Cloud Gaming and and Game Pass Ultimate up to 2027. Me too. I got mine up to 2027 too, but I gotta push it more. Let's see. Talos Reed said, "Oh, Pablo says I have lawyers if I get hey." Talos Reed says shows that we are gamers in the chat. Facts. Yeah, I mean, look, I'm at a point, right, where I'm at a point in my life where I don't see the need anymore to own a bunch of consoles. I have reverted because I don't have time to pick and choose between the consoles I'm gonna play today and that and that. They're not making games enough for it to matter to me. That's my opinion. So I took this happened about a year and a half ago when I decided to do this. I looked at my Switch and said, I'm not even playing it no more. My daughter got it and she uses it. I don't even play it no more. I bought all these games and I don't even buy them. So hopefully one day I'll go back and play some of the games. But right now I don't care. The handhelds kind of took the Switch away. Jago6 said the new legal. The Dreamcast emulator runs like a dream. You can add extra textures up to resin frames. Also, it has it has a safe state. I'm saying, which works like quick resume. Awesome, damn. I might need to give me a Dreamcast, bro, and emulate that bad boy. I might have to do that. I might, or if I don't do the Dreamcast, I'll do the OG Xbox. That one right there is ridiculous when it comes to emulators, though. It's diff. That's diff. Diff. That's ridiculous, man. The OG Xbox emulator, but I mean, like, I started noticing that Microsoft was consistent with their value, and when Game Pass got better, and they started promoting day ones, I started saying, well, damn. I got these games, but then I got the Game Pass and I get the day ones. The value is right here in Xbox. And plus, I'm getting most of the third parties. Like, let's be honest. The only thing separating these consoles are exclusives, right? And a couple of third party games that may not drop in. But other than that, about 97% of the industry is on one platform. You don't have, it's not like we're so broad to where it's a must have, right? So I said, you know what? I'm mostly on my Xbox, so I just said, forget it. Xbox is gonna be it. That's what I'm gonna push. That's it. I'm happy. I'm good. My offset platforms will be my handhelds, and that's it. And that's how I deal with it. I mean, I got GeForce now on my TV, so I don't have to have those. I don't have to have entities. I'm good. The cloud features are good enough for me to tamper. That's my tampering. It's the cloud. So I'm happy with that. Other than that, man, I'm just like I said, it's 10 o'clock. Well, it's 10 o'clock, y'all. It's 10 o'clock. I gotta go. Hey, we gotta go play some Resident Evil, y'all. That's what I'm gonna do. I just want to say, look, man, thank y'all for coming out tonight, man. Thank you for the consistency. Thank you for the love and support. Thank you for the laughs. Thank y'all for accepting my guests and my platform and their views and ideas. Thank y'all for accepting yourselves in the mighty chat pack room. Thank y'all for being great Xbox fans. Thank y'all for speaking the language because all that matters, man. As you can see, my LG's kicking in now. You can see the tent is doing the screensaver thing because it's getting ready. I'm about to turn my Xbox on. I need to turn that on right now and get that thing started up. But you see that yeah, I'm about to get this thing started. I'm using this bad boy, so anytime I take it off its charge kit, it automatically starts the Xbox up. I think that's dope. But I gotta get my game, so I got it on mute. But I finna get that thing popping. I had to turn it on and get it ready because I'm about to play. But yeah, thanks to everybody. Like I said, thanks to everybody that's always been consistent and has been here throughout my journey. It's fun. Like I wouldn't trade it for anything else. I love the fact that we're from the mud. We're from the mud, man. We're in the swamps. You know, we're these wild gators out here where we just build. We build slowly. We just, you know, like I said, I'd rather take 50,000 real Xbox fans on my platform than 3 million fakes, you know, who are just here just to be here. Nah, you can give me 5,000 real Xbox fans right here. I'll take them. And that's what'll make us happy. You know what I'm saying? And real gamers. But what we're not gonna do, we're not gonna tuck our chain for nobody, right? We're gonna wear our Xbox chains out here. We're gonna hold our heads up high. We're gonna get through whatever we gotta get through as a community. We're gonna play these games like Talos Reese said. We're gonna have fun with our friends, or fun with our family, or fun by ourselves. But no matter what, we're gonna play these games. We're asking for is hold some integrity down in the culture of console space. That's the console history. That's the console culture. We respect it. We expect those that create the platforms for us to respect it. And that's all we ask. We'll do everything else. But don't ask for our money and you yourself isn't showing us that you're thrilled about what you create. And or you want to that you don't want to promote what you have. That you're not gonna get a fan base that's enjoyable. So I think with this new direction now, don't look for drastic changes, but look for change. We don't really need drastic change. We just need some change. We start seeing some change, things start happening. Hopefully, this 25th anniversary will start kicking in and it'll start feeling like a 25th anniversary to us. That's what I hope. Y'all deserve it. We all deserve that if we don't deserve nothing else. I go by the name of the new legal. This has been Di-RRec Gaming. God bless y'all, man. Y'all be safe. For some of y'all that are gonna crank it up and play this game, let's have some fun. I'm gonna be recording off my. I'm gonna do a test off my ROG. But if I can't get it through my ROG, I'm just gonna go on my Twitch channel. All that information is on this channel too. But like I said, man, we came here to do one thing and one thing only, and that's to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help us gaming. That's our responsibility. Shout out to game traders that came out, aka game traders that came out with me tonight, man. And to everybody in the chat that came out and rocked with me for almost 3 hours, man. As a matter of fact, let's just make it 3 hours. Let's make it 3 hours. We got it's 2 hours and 57 minutes right now. Let's make it 3 hours, Jago. So what y'all been playing, man? What y'all been playing? I've been playing High on Life 2. That's what I've been playing. Um, that's what I've been playing. I've got my 2 bounties. I think I'm on my 3rd bounty. It's not, my opinion, it's not better than the first one. That's my opinion. But I'm playing it and I'm gonna get it through. But tonight I'm gonna be playing Resident Evil Requiem. My man said the realest 9-1 said Art Raiders. You know, do I need to get that game, bro? And if I get that game, who's gonna play with me, man? That's the thing. I just didn't get it because I was like, but Art Raiders is real. Let's see. Pablo says Spider-Man. Which one? The original one or Spider-Man 2? I guess he means Spider-Man. Spider-Man, all of them, right? Any of them, right? Or just the first one? G-Man said, I'm playing that marathon beta as we speak. I'm still learning this game. GLG, man, you can't help yourself, man. You're going to find out. You're going to see for yourself. But I like that. Go see for yourself, man. My man says, Pablo said Spider-Man 2. Okay, cool. Talo said, I've been playing Suicide Squad. Oh, yeah, a great game. A great sleeper. It's fun. I beat that game when it was getting all that scrutiny, but it's not a bad game. Suicide Squad, Halo a bit, and Gears 5, Division 2. Okay. Talos reset and Marathon, boy. It's all good, man. Y'all, it's all good. We're down. See how fast that went? You see how fast that went? We got what, about 45 seconds? We're down almost 40 seconds left. Yeah, man, that's what I'm gonna be doing though, man. Like I said, Thanks to everybody once again. Please like, please share. You know, anybody that you know that's a real Xbox fan, let them know about DIRREC Gaming, man, and welcome them home. Bring them on in, y'all, and let's keep having fun. We're down to 20 seconds, man. We're here. And then I'm going live. If I can't boot it up on my Xbox LIX as quick as I wanted to, I'm just gonna go over to Twitch. We need to, you know what, Jago 6? I had you in mind, famo. Forget all of that. Me and you are going to play the Marvel games when they come out to Konami. That's a bet. I'm gonna be looking for you, man. We got the X-Men to beat 6 players. I want you with me, man. So let's do that, Jago. We're gonna make that happen. Y'all, the time is up. We did it. We hit the 3-hour mark. Y'all came out here and chilled with me, man, on this Thursday night. We here. I gotta go. I gotta play some games. I'm gonna play till like midnight. I want to get this game under my belt, get started. Shout outs to Resident Evil Rec Room tonight on DIRREC Gaming, man. We're gonna do it big. Y'all, I'll see y'all on the next flip. I'm excited. I'm gonna try my best to keep putting out some content for y'all, man. We're in a new era, we're in a new space, and it's all beautiful, man. This is the new legal represent DIRREC Gaming. Peace.